Morning. Morning now. I didn't sleep very well last night, so if this eye, you know when you get on those eyes that you think's doing this, right? But it's not really doing that. It feels like it's doing that. So if I start doing this, I'm not winking at you. I'm just having a flickery eye. Anyway, how are you? How are you on this rainy, wet day? Spend the next 4 hours with us here at Sewing Quarter. Do you know what? Let's have a look what we've got on the menu for today. Coming up today, it's called Flora and Fauna. What have we got then? 8 o'clock quilting technique time. That's with the lovely Jane. Then at 9 o'clock, now you see, it says Botanical there, but it's actually called Botanica. We'll have to have a word with Hayley, I think, about that. 9 o'clock, then 10 o'clock. It's lovely. By the way, that's me on my own. I've got gorgeous new fabrics. Then at 10 o'clock, got nautical linens. You can make yourself your very own duffel bag out of brand new nautical linens. Now, it's called nautical linens. I'll discuss it with you at 10 o'clock. And then 11 o'clock, we've got the scalloped costume. Now, I know it's very odd that Jane's doing 8 and 11. It's because she needs to sleep. So she'll be going to sleep for 2 hours in between. So she might have funny hair. When she comes back at 11, she might have funny hair because she'll have been like that. She's got a lovely frock on today. It's old. It's an old one. Old one, isn't it? Old one. Vintage. Mind you, I think the 80s isn't particularly vintage, really. I think of that as my youth, really. But I must be very vintage. Anyway, we want you to get in touch. We want you to come and say hello. We want you to ask questions. We want you to get involved. The best way to do that is go to our website, www.sewingquarter.com. Then click on Watch the Show, Watch Today's Show, which is what we've done there. Now, if you scroll down the page, on the right-hand side there, you'll see Message Studio. Now, on yours, you will actually see that big square there that's empty on ours at the moment. You will see lovely items on yours, things we think you might like. Anyway, hello, John. It's raining. It certainly is. It's persistently raining outside. Anyway, you can send a message there. Keep your message to less than 2 sentences because it really does cut off after 2 sentences. While we're on the website, if you scroll down the page, you can see items from today's show, projects from today's show. Now, they're all the things that Amy had yesterday. In a minute, all of those will disappear. And as I introduce new items from today's show, they will appear on the screen there. Oh, she had some lovely fabrics yesterday, didn't she? Anyway, if I've got any of those, actually, do you know what? If I've got Nautical later on, maybe I'll bring some of those back if we've got any left. Also, if you go to the right-hand side of the screen there, you'll see Quilt As You Go stripe. Oh, that's a Quilt As You Go stripe. Blimey, they had some nice things yesterday, didn't they? We will, as we're selling items, they'll appear in that box there. All you need to do is click on your basket, go up to your basket. Now, what's Hannah got in her basket today? Oh, just the Quilt As You Go floor rug. Make sure you check out Hannah. You can check out as many times as you like during the day because we only charge 1 p.m. Now, before we go off the website, just move the arrow away. Are you going to Festival of Quilts? Get your tickets now. Use our exclusive discount code for £2.50 off adult tickets. See there on that green banner there. Now, just so you know, back to me. I will be at Festival of Quilts on Friday afternoon, and I'll be there on Sunday. Natasha's there on Thursday, and I'm not sure who's doing Saturday, but I'm definitely there Thursday and Sunday. Sunday, I'm doing a show with Mandy Shaw in the theatre and a meet and greet at the immediate stall. And Thursday, I'll just be swanning around and then meeting and greeting at the stall. So do come and say hello. Do come and say hello. Now, you can also send me an email. Which means you can send pictures as well. studio@sewingquarter.com. studio@sewingquarter.com. Right, now, would you like to have a look at a picture of a, it's the front of a quilt that Jane started. We'll have a look at the picture in a secondo. Oh, you need to come back to me first. I'm behind the table now. Are you ready? It's lovely, look. Look at that. Now, Jane's been a little bit of a naughty thing, because I'll tell you in a minute what she's done. But isn't it gorgeous? We're doing bundles, so you can make 1 of those stripes, or 2 of those stripes, or 3 of those stripes. In fact, here we go. Let's go to the 3... oh, hang on. Right, I'll show you what to do. Right, so what happened was we've got the butterfly. We've got the butterfly fabric first. Butterfly with pumpkin. Is it pumpkin, this, or is it just orange? With pumpkin. Oh, well, they called it orange and butterflies. Now you get 1 metre of fabric, ½ metre of the butterflies, ½ metre of the orange. Oh, now I've never seen these butterflies before. It has been on air once before. What I love is the little antennae on the butterflies, but I'll show you more of that later. Metre of fabric, £10.95, half a metre of each. So that's the orange with butterflies. We also have the same butterflies fabric. Oh, I'll waft it in a minute for you. People are asking to see the actual fabric. I'll show you in a second. This is violet, but they've called it purple. Violet Macawa solid. Violet, and we've got the butterfly there. Half a metre each, £10.95. Now, before I go on to the next one, I'm going to waft this so you can have a good look at the butterflies. Because you get half a metre. This is what you get in the bundle. That's lovely, isn't it? I love that fabric. Now, obviously, they're done in bundles. So if you buy 2 bundles, you get 2 half metres of each of the fabrics. They don't join them together. But look at them floating. Violet and butterflies. Right, everyone's a bit busy with that, so I'll stop. Right now, as you saw in that quilt, there was not only the pumpkin and the violet, there was also some pink. Well, you can get pink in a different bundle. Oh, I love this fabric. Look. Oh, I've had an idea. I've had an idea already. I've never seen this fabric before. Black and pink air balloons. Now, £6.45, that is. £6, you get half a metre of the fuchsia, half a metre of the black, well, it's the air balloons on black. Now, you see what I do? I know apparently Amy's already done it. I'd colour that in. Anyway, that's £6.45. Now, if you like that look, but you like the monochrome look, this is lovely. This is balloons on black balloons on white. Oh, hang on, I just have to wait. There you go. So this is white fabric with the black balloons on. Again, you could colour that in. If you bought our colouring in pens, you could do that, couldn't you? Black and ivory, this is called. At £6.45, you get a metre of fabric, half a metre of the balloons, half a metre of the black. At £6.45. Right, I've got 2 other bundles to show you, which nothing to do with any of these, but they are gorgeous. These are Scandi hearts, these. So, here's the Scandi hearts. What grey first did you want? This is lovely, because if you look, you've got the vanilla fabric, or the ivory fabric with the grey hearts on, very Scandi, and then the grey fabric underneath, which is upside down, but it's fine. £10.45, half a metre of each of those. That's grey hearts fabric bundle, £10.45. And then I've got the same bundle, oh, excuse me, voice going already, Monday morning, in the red. Nice, isn't it? That's lovely as well, isn't it? Didn't drink at all over the weekend. No. At £10.45, that's the red hearts fabric bundle. Now, obviously, I've rushed through those, so I will go through those again. Let's have a quick look at the quilt that Jane made, because I can explain now what she's done, you see. What she's done there is she's used the butterfly fabric, she's used the pumpkin from one bundle, the violet from another bundle, and the fuchsia from the balloon bundle.
You're going to tell me off.
I would never tell you off. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Old frock. Not old, vintage. We always have a bet, you see, so whether you're going to wear something modern or wear some of your lovely vintage dresses, yeah. That's all. So now, have you had some sleep this week?
Yes, a bit more this week.
Oh, good, that's all right then.
Yeah.
It's lovely. It's really effective, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
But I can't quite figure out what it is. It's almost like flying geesey, isn't it? But it's a bit different, isn't it?
It is flying geese, but what we've done is we've just folded the edge back. So it's called folded flying geese.
Oh, so is it like a cathedral window?
A similar effect, yes. And how you place it, you can get a cathedral-y window
We're
effect.
just getting a closer shot. There you go. I'll just step out of that one. Oh, was that me? They're lovely, aren't they? Right. Is it quite a simple technique?
It's a very simple technique,
okay.
Yes.
Because it's quite dramatic, isn't it? It's a finished effect, isn't
it?
And also, you could do it the other way around, I suppose, couldn't you? You could do it with the butterflies in the other section and then the solid colour. Yeah.
Looking at it now, I wish I'd done it the other way.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, so that the butterflies were sort of in the stripe here. Yeah. Because you'd see more of them.
Oh, I quite like it that way, because I like the striking colour.
It looks quite like rickrack, I think.
Yes, exactly. Now, I think what we're trying to do is we're trying to get some of those solid fabrics for you as well. So we might, in case you want to do the same effect that Jane's done. Right, let's start. So how do you get going?
You start with the triangle, which is the main fabric.
Right.
The triangle, the goose part. You want a rectangle.
Right, so are you doing this one the same as you've done the butterfly one? So the bit we've got here...
Yes.
Is the scalloped bit rather than the central bit?
Yes.
Okay.
And your background fabric, which is the colour on mine,
yes.
You need 2 squares.
Right.
I have cut a 6.5 by 3.5 inch rectangle.
Okay, now, have you written instructions for
I
it?
have. I sent them, so I'm hoping that they'll be on the web.
I've just been told they're going on the web later. They're going on the web later.
Lovely. And then 2 3.5 inch squares.
Right. I'm a bit worried because... Oh, you're on your head. I was going to say, I can't see your glasses anywhere on the table. You've got them on your head, that's fine.
So if you were doing flying geese, the straightforward method that most people are aware of, you'd put your square on the top, you'd draw your line, sew on your line diagonally, cut it away, and you'd press it back.
Yes.
And you'd do the same with that square, and you'd press it back. So you'd have a flying goose like that.
Right.
And you'd have quite a bit of wastage. So with this method... You fold your rectangle in half.
Can I ask a question before you start?
Yes.
That's a directional fabric. Do you have to be aware... Because the butterflies, I suppose, are just random, aren't they? Whereas this is a definite directional fabric.
It's a little bit more considered when you've got directional fabric. You really do have to think about how your goose is going and which way you want it.
Okay.
So fold it in half, wrong sides together.
Right.
So it's just folded in half. And then you sandwich it between your 2 background squares.
So they're exactly half the size of the...
Well, they're not quite.
Oh.
When you fold it, you'll see there's a gap.
Oh, yes.
Don't worry, that's supposed to be there.
Right.
It's your seam allowance, basically.
But that's on the instructions, isn't it?
Yes. I'm pretty sure I've put don't worry.
Yeah.
So you're going to sandwich those together. You can pin it or use these lovely wonder clips.
Big clips there.
Big clips to hold it.
There's a little one there if you want to use the little one.
Yeah, there is a smaller one there, isn't there? Whichever one you want to do. Now, your instinct is to sew it on all those edges together.
Yes.
But you don't. You sew it on the edge that's folded, down this edge here.
Down the bottom edge, then?
The side, really. You're looking at it, you think, oh, that's the side.
Can I just open that out so we can see? Because we see by the direction of the fabric. So that's the fold there.
Yeah.
This is the top of the fabric because it's a directional one. That's the bottom of the fabric because it obviously it's still directional. Yeah. You've sandwiched it in between with your fold there and you're going to sew along there.
Well, now you've just pointed out the direction of it.
Yes.
I'm going to sew it this
side. At the top?
Yeah.
It's lucky I'm here then, isn't it?
It is. It's a good job you're here this morning.
Some people wouldn't say that, but...
There we go. So I always sew towards the fold. I don't know why, but I do. I don't think it's a rule. It just makes me feel better.
Okay.
Just a 1/4 inch seam all the way down. So what you've got is that effect.
Right.
Okay.
So again, there's your fold. There's your fold. This is the bit with the plain colour a little bit bigger. Bottom of the fabric, top of the fabric. You've stitched all the layers together down the top of the fabric. Right.
We're going to go to the iron now. Sorry, we'll do-si-do.
Yes.
Press that down and press that away.
Yeah.
So you've got it flat. And now what you're going to do...
Are you coming back?
I'll come back. I'm going to have to go back to the iron again in a minute.
All right, then.
You pull...
Oh, hang on. Do that again. Let's wait. There you go.
You grab the 2 corners and you pull them apart.
Right.
So they fall in the triangular shape.
So you're still creating a flying goose, but this is on the fold this time.
Yeah. So you can finger...
Oh, and there's no waste then?
No. There's no cutting anything off or worrying about cutting it the wrong way or anything.
Right.
That's your flying goose.
Right.
I'm going to press that. And what I like to do is I just like to sew that just a scant 1/8 of an inch, something like that, just to hold it down.
Okay. Some people, when they do a block, they only use an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance, don't they, Hannah? Hannah's block's arrived, by the way, everyone.
It does look lovely.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I might get it later for you because it's brilliant. Oh, actually, no, there's a picture of it somewhere. If you follow Hannah on Instagram.
So I've just sewn a very scant, bit wobbly, just to hold it.
Well, you're not going to see that anyway.
It's going to go into your seam anyway, so, you know, it's just really to catch the fabric down and stop it moving.
Okay.
You can leave it like that now.
I was going to say, that's lovely.
Yeah,
if you just want flying goose with a bit of a... what would you call it if you just left that like with a pocket?
Like a pocket, I suppose, like a folded pocket. I was having a play with these when I was making them.
Oh, yes.
And I thought you could put a few of them together in a row, and it would look like a Christmas tree.
Oh, we'll do that later then, when you've made a few, shall we?
Yeah, we'll make some more.
Now, I need to tell you, sorry to interrupt, Jane. The hot air balloons bundles are flying out, literally. But I'm not surprised. Look at the price, £6.45. You get half a metre of the bloom fabric and half a metre of the spectrum solid. This is the black and ivory one that we're using here. And then the pink one is down there. Right.
Okay.
So what, is that it?
No.
It's only 1/4
We're going to fold it now. So what we do is we just gently pull it towards the bottom, and it just forms a little sort of fold over. You can't pull it too far, because if you pull it, it'll just start, it'll only go to a certain amount. I then pin that. Now, you can either sew it down by hand with a little catch stitch.
Oh, you sew all of it down, you don't just catch it down?
No, you can catch all of that down. You could, I think if you just tried to do it with one stitch in the middle there, you might end up with this bit falling open. But you could press it.
Look like a scallop on a scallop, wouldn't
and
it?
if you do it by hand, could do it so it's still got the pocket in it.
Oh, yes. So if you did it by hand, what machine?
Just sort of like a little hemming stitch, just so that you just catch it.
Like a ladder stitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so it just catches
Oh,
in.
so if you do it by machine, you're going to go through the whole lot.
Yeah.
But if you go by hand, then you can just catch it to itself. So you still get your pocket, but you get your scallop as well.
You get the scalloped edge as well. So if you like a little bit of hand sewing, it's quite a nice effect.
Yes.
You still get your little pocket. But I'm going to sew it by machine.
Okay.
What I've done is I've pinned it, but then I've ironed it as well. Just because you're going to move the pin when you're sewing it. Ironing it just holds it down. You might just need to fiddle with the point bit there.
Well, now let's have a look at that. So hold it where it is.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Just to get them, you want them to match in really, so that they come to a point. So keeping your fingers out of the way, you can just press that so it holds it down, which is why I like to iron it before I sew it, just
of course.
Just to hold it in place. So I'm going to sew it as close to the edge of the curve as I can.
Oh, okay. So yes. Okay.
So I'm doing it by eye. There's no right or wrong really. You can go as close or as far away as you want to. And
it's quite nice to do it in a different colour.
Well, what I did with the butterflies, and I don't know if you can see, but I used the same colour thread as the background on each curve.
Oh, yes, you used orange here, violet here, and pink there.
Yes.
But that would look nice if it was red or pink on that one,
you could use a nice vibrant colour if you were confident with you, and you didn't mind your stitching showing.
Is it quite a difficult edge to stitch down?
It's not difficult. It's just getting your needle in the right place.
Now, have you moved the needle then?
On this machine, you can move it over, and I've moved mine for the 1/4 of an inch, but I'm just doing it by eye now. I'm not really using...
Is that why the glasses have gone on?
Yeah, because it's quite hard to see because it's a busy fabric. And I'm using black thread because I just wanted it to show. But it's just a case of taking your time.
Oh, it looks quite simple. There's no pivoting or anything.
No, you can pivot when you get to the top here because you can carry on going. And when
you
get to the
point... all in one?
Yeah. If I keep the needle down, you can turn it gone a little bit too far there, so I can just lift that up and move it back down. You can turn it at the top and then come back down. And that way you don't get lots of threads. I mean, you can go up one side and then come back down the other if you wanted to, but you're going to have threads sticking out at the top, which won't matter because it'll go into your seam allowance.
Yeah, of course.
So that is a curved flying goose.
Remember, if you've got any questions for Jane, web chat them in so we can ask her questions. Oh, people have asked about the fabric. I'll go and show you in a second. We're at a natural break. What you got there? You could do another one there.
I'm going to do a half.
Don't do it yet.
No, okay.
It's all right.
Yes, that's
I just
fine.
got to go and show you. Got to go and do the fabric. Now they brought them over here, but I've got to send them back with me. So here we go. Somebody asked to see the fabrics. Let me quickly do them. Hot air balloons first. The one that Jane is using. Amazing price this, because this looks like a designer fabric, doesn't it? I think that's lovely. Right, people are multi-buying. Remember, they don't come joined together. If you buy 3 of these, you get 3 half meters of this and 3 half meters of that. Sorry. Was I moving a lot? Mr. Vaz. Hannah's trying to explain something. In the Wizard of Oz, the man who lives in Oz, the wizard, does he live in a balloon? He doesn't live in a balloon. No. You're completely wrong there. To me, they look like Josephine Baker. Oh, they look like Josephine Baker earrings to me. Do you know what I mean? Big 1920s dancers' earrings. What do you think? Anyway, that bundle, you get half metre of that, half metre of the black for £6.45. The other balloon fabric was this one. Oh, it's very cold in it this morning, isn't it? You're right. It just seems to take on a life of its own. Oh, that's nice. I'm trying to blow on it to make it look like balloons up in the air, but it's not working. So you get half a metre of that. Oh, and you get half a metre of the fuchsia for £6.45. Right, please be careful. So many of you coming in for that. So many. I'm not surprised. They're beautiful. I can't believe the price of that as well. £6.45. That's brilliant, isn't it? Right, okay. So that one, that one. Butterflies with the pumpkin. You get half a metre of the butterflies, half a metre of the pumpkin for £10.95. Still brilliant. Still a brilliant price. Metre of fabric for £10.95 there. All 100% cotton, all machine washable. Okay, that's the pumpkin one. And then the violet one. This one. £10.95. Then I've got my 2 Scandi ones, and then I can tell you about the 3 solid colours that Jane's used as well. So this one's very Scandi. I love these fabrics. Really, really pretty. Now they would be very effective, wouldn't they? For the Christmas tree idea, they'd be nice. We'll have a look at that in a minute. £10.45. You get half a metre of the Scandi hearts. Oh, well, there's hearts on both of them, and half a metre of the Scandi crisscross with a heart in each junction. £10.45. And then this is lovely. This will make a gorgeous Christmas. I don't know why we're talking about Christmas again, but gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Christmas Christmas tree. One day, and Hannah and I look like we'll be here. At £10.45. Oh, sorry, Sharon, if you're watching, is your mum watching today? Oh dear, if Sharon's, who's Hannah's mum, is watching, I'm sorry for breaking that news to you, but you're making Christmas dinner. Right, now I've got I've got to tell you about these 3 fabrics. if you look at the quilt that Jane made, so now she's cheated a little bit, you see. So she was given a bundle of the orange, a bundle of the purple, and then the pink to go with the balloons, and she just did whatever she wanted. So if you want to recreate, she's crazy, it's her middle name. If you want to recreate that look, you can do, because we sell these fabrics by the half metre. So fuchsia first. Yeah, so if you get one of the bundles, because the fuchsia doesn't come in the butterfly bundle, so if you didn't want to buy the balloon bundle with the fuchsia, you could buy that half metre, £3.25. That's fuchsia. We also have it in pumpkin. Oh, Hannah's thinking of Halloween now. There's me ordering my Christmas decorations and my Christmas tree, and she's thinking of Halloween. Spectrum solid in pumpkin, £3.25. Okay, and then last but not least, we've got it in the violet. If you just wanted to buy these solids as... Do you see, I think those three make a beautiful bundle. Look at those colours together. You could do the same technique, whatever. £3.25 this one. Have a look at the quilt. There it is. It's beautiful, isn't it? So now, I see, now, what Jane also said is you could almost do it the other way round by putting the butterflies in the kind of scallopy bit in the middle and making the flying geese as the solid colours. Out of half a metre, how many of those rows do you think you could get out of the 2 half metres?
I use the 2 half metres of the butterfly up. So you would get, with the 1/2 metre, you would get the 3 rows.
Okay, would there be enough to do that out of one colour?
Yes.
So you could make 3 rows out of one of the bundles?
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. So you could either make a mini quilt, or you could buy a couple of the bundles and make... So that would be 2 of the bundles, but you'd only have 2 of the colours in.
Yes.
And then you could either buy the pink or just have the 2 colours in it.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, so sorry, now we carried on. So we've done the one flying goose here.
Yes.
That we've folded back. But what are you going to make here now, then?
I'm going to make half triangles because I think I don't know if you've noticed, but on here they're offset. The flying geese are. So
yes.
So
you need a half one.
So that half one just makes.
Yes.
Now you could, I suppose, just cut your flying goose in half, but that seems a bit pointless because you'd lose your seam allowance and you'd lose your point. So you'd have to cut it 1/4 inch onto the one side, and it'd be a lot of waste.
Yes, because a couple of people who've made their blocks for our quilt, their pattern goes right to the top here. So they're either going to have to put a sash on, or they're going to lose the top of the llama's ears.
Yes.
Oh, hang on. The wizard arrives on Oz on a balloon, which with Dorothy to leave on. Last day on holiday, fun watching. Oh, Wendy. Funny date. Have a last day on holiday. It's Monday. So you have to go back on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it stops that Monday morning feeling, though, doesn't it?
Anyway, thanks for your message, Wendy.
So I'm going to...
Hannah's right.
Fold the square, the patterned fabric. I'm going to fold it in half, wrong sides together.
Right.
Give it a press.
Oh. You did say there was going to be some ironing. I think it's quite so much.
Taking care, because you're on the bias,
so
you don't want to stretch it, so you really are just pressing it down rather than ironing it.
I tell you what, I've got something in the next hour which would have been perfect for this hour. Yes.
So I'm going to put edges together on the square, so you've got the half square triangle, and I'm now going to do a scant edge just to hold it down. Yeah, it's just very straightforward. You can pin it, but really, once you've pressed it, you don't need to.
Yeah.
Just holding it. You can tack it or you can pin it.
It's just a nice little piece to work with, isn't it?
Yes. Just holds it down. So that's held down. And then we're going to do the same thing, and we're just going to fold that back to get the scallop.
I suppose it folds back so nicely because it's on the bias, isn't it? So you've got that actual
so you get a nice
in
curve
there,
in there. So again, just going to pin it for now, and then I'm going to press it. Just to hold it.
Backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards.
It's good exercise.
No, that doesn't work. It's not the okie dokie, Hannah.
We're do-si-doing, Hannah.
Do-si-do. Take your partners by the hand. Do-si-do, do-si-do. Should know what do-si-do was.
You should go country dancing.
Have you not done the Gay Gordons? You do-si-do in the Gay Gordon, don't you?
It's a barn dance, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, is that different? Barn dancing, sorry. What were you doing then? Where do you do-si-do then?
Barn dancing.
Yeah? I thought you said something else then.
So that makes the half square to give you the curve.
Oh, now, so you've done them.
What I did...
Yeah, oh, you got more made? Oh, good. So we can do placing. Just return the TV as requested and channel 78 has gone. Retune, Val. She's just retuned the TV as requested. Channel 78 on. Who asked you to retune? Oh, Val. I don't know what to suggest. Do it again. Oh, she won't be watching. What's that? No, she'll be watching on the internet now, won't she? Oh, Val, I'm ever sorry. I don't know. I'm not technical enough to know that. You done it wrong?
No, I'm just looking for ones with the balloons going the right way.
Oh, no. Was this late last night?
I did do some with the balloons going the right way. Here we go. So that's the one row.
Yes.
So you've got 4 flying geese and 2 triangles.
Hang on. 1, 2. Which one am I looking at? Oh, yeah, the bottom one, yeah.
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 And then the next row, you do 5 flying geese in a row.
Yeah.
And so, in effect, once you've put the... If I do a short version of it... Can't do a short version of it.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to make it because I haven't got made
right. Okay.
piece.
So you've got that's 3 and 2 halves, and then this one's supposed to be 5.
So you go in between those, so you get that scalloped effect. So if we pretend that these are flying geese.
Oh, honestly.
It's just ill prepared. It's terrible, isn't it?
Dreadful.
So it carries on like that. So you can...
Okay. What would happen? So I quite like that. But then what would happen here? Hang on, let me just have a look.
You could do it that way round.
Oh, yes. I think this is looking a bit Moroccan-y now.
So you could do 2
yes.
that way. And then you could come round.
You're going too fast for me.
Sorry.
Now. My brain's only just computed the first one. But you can do whatever you want, really, with them, can't you?
Yeah.
But you could almost do... Well,
that's the traditional...
That would make a nice border, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's the traditional flying geese.
Yeah, but these aren't traditional because they're stitched down a bit, so they...
Yeah.
Right, oh, no, is this the Christmas tree you were talking about earlier?
Yes.
No. We're doing different orders. So now, if you didn't top stitch them down like that, so if you stitch those 2 together... Hang on, what's the best way of showing it? Like that.
Yes.
That would make your Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Now, if you'd hand whip those together, each of these would be a pocket still, wouldn't it? You could do little sweets like an advent calendar or something like that, couldn't you?
You could hang...
Oh, hang on, I've got a message for Val from Margaret. Morning to you both. Tell Val to retune again. It often works. Thank you, Margaret. Val, retune again. I've got an email. This is why I have to listen. This is why I have to do my Doris Stokes moment. Okay, the email says, from Beatrice, or Beatty. Oh, she recently discovered this technique that we're doing, or Jane's doing today. And she sent a picture.
Oh, isn't that lovely? Oh, that's really nice.
A table runner that she made last week.
That's beautiful.
She says she loves it and it's really easy to make. And she's now making a quilt using this method. Oh, I'll see you Thursday. I'll see you Thursday. Oh, no, not Thursday, Friday. I'll see you Friday. I keep getting confused. I'm there on Friday and Sunday, Beatrice, so come and say hello. On the Friday, what day are you going? Friday. I'm just going to be wandering around. I'll be on the immediate media stall in the afternoon. I think it's about 2 o'clock, 2, something like that. I've got the show to do first. I'm here first. with Anna Maria Horner, and then I'll be coming to Festival of Quilts after that. So don't go home early, right? Thank you for your message, though. You're going to Festival of Quilts, you're not, are you?
No, I'm not.
You're not even coming to visit?
No.
Oh, no. What are you doing?
I've made some in the dark and the pink.
Oh, well done.
Because
I'll go through the fabrics again in a minute so you know what's happening.
I just sort of had a little bit of a play, and I was thinking about how you could get effects.
Looks like a Christmas bauble.
And then I did some of the...
Oh.
Got my balloons going in the wrong directions.
Oh, that's nice.
And then I thought, well, what happens if you carried on?
What does happen if you carry on?
And you do the pink as your goose, and the balloons as the background.
When did you do that?
I did this morning.
I was going to say that you didn't have your basket when we did prep earlier.
I got them ready to do, so I just did them while we were.
Oh, I like that.
And then you could...
Oh, blimey.
Just keep carrying on.
Yes, you could. But then you could also...
You've run out of triangles. And you could go out and out and out, couldn't you? Doing different colours.
Where could you use these, though? They could be there, then.
You could carry that on.
Oh, no, there.
Yeah. And there.
No, you do have to use them. If you've made them, you have to use them all, don't you? Oh, wow. But if you're making a huge quilt or anything...
You can just carry on with making
yes,
patterns.
you see, that's even more Moroccan now with that shape there, isn't it? Oh, I love it. Oh, I like that. Now, if you were just going to make a small... You'd need that one filled in there, wouldn't you? I was going to say, if you were just making a small...
You could just...
hanging quilt or something, then that could go... No, hang on, I've got that wrong. Oh, come on, John, one job.
If we go into the corner here, if we went like that, and then you got one of your other corner ones, and you went like that, that would finish...
Yes.
That would finish it off.
What Director Timothy's saying is, what he would do is he'd make it the size you've made it now, so fill this bit in here, and then he'd create a quilted basket to hang from beneath, so it looks like a balloon made of balloons.
That's clever.
That's a bit like the one Marcia... Oh, actually, Marcia, the one you made for me for my birthday was like this, wasn't it? And it had one... It was like a grid of like 9 of them, and the 9th one there had like run away and was hanging, trying to escape.
Oh, lovely. You could put plain squares in the corners if you wanted to. Or even just plain solid.
Yeah, I will go and do bundles because everyone's going crazy about there. Oh, no, that one's not right, is it? No. Well, nothing's wrong, is it?
No, it's just another design, isn't it?
Right, I'm going to leave you playing for a minute. See, well, right, when I come back, I want to see a different shape.
Okay.
Have a look at that one. Right, when I come back from showing the fabrics, we'll see something completely different on the table. I thought she'd be grimacing at me, but oh no, she knows she's still on air, you see, she can't grimace. You can grimace now, you're not in shot now. Right, the hot air balloons first. Very, very popular. Right, this one first. When you check out your baskets, over half the stock is gone. Over half the stock have gone this. And most people have multi-bought. We can't see before you check out how much you put in your basket. So we could see, say, 30 people have got it in their basket, but they might not have 1 each. They might have 2 each or 3 each. Now, I wonder, will anybody colour them in with their pen? Not this one. I wouldn't necessarily colour this one in. Oh, why would I, though? I might do. I love it, though. Half a metre of the balloon fabric, half a metre of the Spectrum Black for £6.45. Right, now what I would do, and I'm not adding undue pressure, I'm just saying, I would check, if you know you want that, check out now. Because if you see something in my next 2 hours, or in Jane's last hour, you can always check out again. You're only paying one post of packaging for the whole day. She's not called Jean, she's called Jane. Right, here we go. This is nice. Which one Over. Right, there's less of this one left. There's less of this one left. At £6.45. Oh, they're all saying, oh, Jane's been really creative over there, and I can't see, but they can see from the upstairs camera. Anyway, £6.45. Then the butterflies, which you've up there, both level pegging, the pumpkin and the violet. This is the pumpkin. Nice, isn't it? It's lovely fabric, isn't it? 100% cotton, machine washable. It's called Orange and Butterflies. 2 half-metre pieces, half metre of the butterflies, half a metre of the pumpkin there. For £10.95. It's lovely, isn't it, right? Then the violet. I'm not sure. You see, the thing is, Jane sort of spoilt us, hasn't she? Because when I was doing the bundles earlier, I thought, oh, that one's nice. Oh, yes, that one's nice. But now, when you put them together, they look really lovely, don't they? And you could do, if you bought those 2 bundles, you could do 6 lines, 6 straight lines of them. I mean, you can do whatever you want with them, really. I just love... Remember, the instructions for the Flying Geese quilt cover will be on the website later. Right, that's the 2 butterflies. And then I've got these Scandi ones. Scandi in grey. This is Love Hearts on one. Now, we think this is quite Christmassy. Doesn't have to be. This would look really cool with the design that Jane's done. £10.45. You get half a metre of the Scandi hearts, half a metre of the crisscross with hearts at the junctions or the grids at £10.45. Half a metre each. And last but definitely not least, we've got the Scandi hearts in the red. Lovely, aren't they? Oh, right. Show me. Oh, now they're telling me I'm going to really, really love what Jane's done. Let's have a look at it, and I'll walk across while we're looking at it. Oh, you've cut out extra squares. Oh, that's nice, because that reminds me of Love Hearts, but I don't know why. Broken hearts, that's what it is. Oh, that is fantastic. That's lovely, isn't it? Am I lacking enthusiasm today? Then Hannah's telling me off.
Oh.
I think it's gorgeous.
You could...
I'm just trying to think what I'd... Oh.
Return them around. It's like the sawtooth star, isn't it, really?
It's what?
The sawtooth star.
Is that like what I call the chainsaw?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it funny? Because if you look at it here, I could think, I can't see what you're doing. And then I looked at it on the camera, and you suddenly see what it looks like. That's nice. Hannah thinks it looks a bit 3D-ish, that one. So you've mixed, now you've got a couple of the white balloon ones in there, and a few of the black balloon ones. The pink and the black that come with the 2. So that would be the 2 bundles. But what, do you know what? £13. If you buy both bundles, that's £13, isn't it? And you get loads out because there's enough to do 6 lines, aren't there?
Yeah, I mean, you get lots of I mean, you could make blocks like that, and if you could do 4 blocks and make that into a quilt.
They're all hating it now because I'm getting involved. The thing is, I'd be tempted to put the balloons going in all different directions as well anyway, but... Oh, that's nice as well. I like that. There, that's nice, isn't it? How that balances the corner now.
Well, you could turn those... Swap those ones. You can go on forever. You can go on forever because there's just so many combinations and different ways.
This is where I'd be rubbish because I'd never get to sew it now because I'd just play. Oh, that's nice.
And if we change the black corners, we get like a curve.
Right. We just had a message. Who was it from? Elaine. Elaine said she missed the beginning of the show. She said, I'm ever so sorry, I overslept a little bit. She's loving this, but she doesn't know how you've done it. Can we do a recap?
I was going to say, shall we make another one so that we can show again?
Oh. Look, I'm too busy looking at the screen.
You get a curve effect in the
That's
corners.
nice. Have we seen the curved effect one? Right. Hannah is desperate to get these fired earth tiles for her kitchen, right? And she's now, everything reminds her of a tile.
So if you've got the black instead of the pink popping, it really gives it a...
Yeah. Oh, yes. Then you can put... Oh. Anyway, let's... for Elaine, they need to go in a special order.
No, I don't.
Elaine, we'll just show you quickly, Elaine, how to redo it again.
Well, what I'll do is I'll do one with a black goose.
Okay, we've got 11 minutes, so it's plenty of time. Right.
Because I've got these cut. It's not the right combination, but...
No.
Seeing as I'm being a bit of a rebel today anyway.
Yes, exactly.
So we move all of these out the way so Elaine can see exactly what we're...
So you're not getting any of these cut out in the white one, then?
No, I could cut some.
Yes, why not?
Let's cut some and then I can go through the cutting.
Yes, because the more we've got made, when you go home and you have to leave these all behind, if you've made more, then the bigger quilt I can make. Well, I'll take this home. Oh, no, you're using that one, aren't you?
What I'll do...
Make your mind up.
I'm just trying to get everything out of the way. I'll cut 2 of the squares with the balloon fabric, so we get a...
Have you got a ruler and a rotary cutter?
I have,
Oh, brilliant.
yes.
Okay, then.
So what I will do, what I did...
Yes.
...is I cut a strip of my fabric...
Right.
...at 3.5 inches.
So easy. Remember, the instructions will be going on the website later, but... Lorraine, hello, my love. How are you today? She's asked about the instructions. They're going on the website later. And Val, I'll have to look at them on the website now because she can't get us on the telly. Oh, Val, let us know if it's sorted itself out.
Just cutting the selvage off.
Oh, we had some storms over... Did you have the storms over the weekend?
We didn't in Eccleshall, but where I live in Nautical,
yeah,
they had thunder and lightning and made little Daisy quite frightened, apparently.
Yes.
It's the first time that we've had her when we've had a storm, so we weren't sure.
I was in Waitrose at the time, after the gym, and it was sunshiny there, and then I got back to my village, which is only 5 miles away, and it was, like, flooded. And I was like, oh, has it rained here? And they were like, John? Right.
So from that strip, I've cut... You can either cut all your 3.5-inch squares, or you can cut a combination of your rectangles at 6.5,
right,
and your squares at 6.5. You can do whatever you want. So once you've got that 3.5-inch strip...
Do you need to work it all out beforehand, though, rather than just chopping willy-nilly?
Yeah. I plotted out the pattern and counted how many rectangles and things I would need to make up the pattern.
So, Elaine, here we go. You watching?
So we take the rectangle. Now, if it was the pattern piece, we'd be folding it wrong sides together.
Right.
Okay. But with a plain, you don't really have a right and a wrong side.
Right.
And then we're going to sandwich them between the squares. Now, if you've got directional fabric, you have to remember that the fold is the point of your triangle.
Right.
So if your directional fabric, you want your point to be in the right way with the direction, whichever direction you want it to go. Let's hope this is the right way.
But now that fabric is right side or wrong sides?
Right sides, thank you.
Blimey. But now, Elaine, you don't have to worry that your pattern one is bigger than your folded one.
You want it bigger because that's your seam allowance.
Yeah.
So you pin them together or clip them together, whichever you want to, your preferred method.
I'm sorry, Timothy took all the small clips.
And you're actually going to sew towards the fold.
Yes.
So you'd be thinking, oh, I'm going to sew up all those bits there.
Yeah.
You're not, because you just end up with a flap in your fabric. You sew down towards the fold on your seam. 1/4-inch seam.
What's the matter? Oh, that's nice. Julie sent a long email for Val. Judith sent a lovely email for Val.
you open that out, press it away. And then you grab the two bottom corners and you pull them towards...
Wait. Oh, there you go.
So you've got your two bottom corners and you pull them towards your corners of your rectangle.
Oh, it's quite dramatic that way round, isn't it, with the plain one and the...
Yeah. And that forms your goose. I'm going to press it. And try not to press the cable.
Yeah, no, it's just... I think it'll be all right now. Oh, no, it's still only. Right. When everyone's checked out their baskets, the pink with the black air balloons is only less than 10. There's less than 10.
We're going to just do a scant seam just to hold that down there.
When we were showing it earlier, we're doing our mixture. So what happens is if you buy the white balloons, you get the black spectrum solid, and when you buy the black balloons, you get the pink spectrum solid. I'll go through it all again in a minute.
So you've got your flying goose, and you can leave it like that at that point if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You've got little pockets in there.
Has that got a name, that flying goose that's not stitched?
I just think it's just a folded flying goose.
Oh, okay. But that's what ours is called, isn't it?
Yeah.
So ours should be called a folded flying goose that's done like a cathedral window, really. Yeah.
And then we fold over the edge. So you just pull it towards the middle. It'll only go so far because you want it to lie flat. If you pull it too tight, it pulls up the edges. Just pin that just to hold it down. And then I'm going to take it to the iron and press it. And I'm going to, when I press it, I'm going to make sure that the points here are together. It's easier to do it with the iron than try and pin it.
Yes, exactly.
It just holds it together.
And in the next hour, I've got the perfect iron for doing that little job.
Have you got one of the little mini clover ones? Is it a secret?
No. It's the when I had it the first time, this little iron, it sold out. It's back in stock now, and I know Amy had it over the weekend, so I said I needed it as well because it's amazing. But we should really have brought it.
And so then we're going to over-sew the top. Now you can hand stitch it down, just catch it down, and if you hand stitch it, you can leave it with the pocket in.
Yes.
Which, if we were doing that Christmas tree effect, you might want to do that because you want to make it.
I'd want to do baubles. I'd use embroidery thread.
Yeah.
And do a colour. I wouldn't do a hidden stitch. I'd do a running stitch, but in a bright colour, Christmassy colour sort of thing.
You could do it in metallic thread, make it sparkly.
Oh, yes.
You could put buttons on for baubles and star-shaped
carried
buttons.
away
You
now.
could just go mad, couldn't you, really?
Funny, isn't it? Because that one doesn't look anything like Christmas trees, does it, there?
No. Glenn
Very
said it looked a
effective.
bit like church windows.
Oh, yes.
I think it looks like rickrack.
Right, Hannah thinks she looks like you've got a big felt tip pen. I don't know what she's talking about. Felt tip pen. I think it looks lovely. It's very dramatic, isn't it? But as you said, it's, rickrack, isn't it?
That's what it reminds me of.
What's it remind you of?
Rickrack.
Rickrack, yeah. It's one of those that when you look at it, it looks different from a distance like that. Because when you look at it like this way, the butterflies are the most prevalent. But if you look at it that way, it's that. You see now, look. You see when you look at it closely there, the butterflies are what jump out at you, aren't they? But look at it at a distance like this,
And you see the colours.
and the felt tip pen lines look stand at a distance, don't they? That's what Hannah's gone. Anyway, you're back in 2 hours' time.
Yes.
And you make, you're doing something more with
Yes, scalloped.
We're doing the opposite. We're doing a scalloped edge, aren't we? It's really lovely. It was meant to be a wall hanging, but old Rebel has made a cushion cover out of it. It's absolutely beautiful. So thank you ever so much. Go and have a lie down for 2 hours, and we'll see you in 2 hours' time. Back to the bundles. Now, black and white first. So, you get half a metre of the black, half a metre of the balloons. Right, there's more than 15 of you with this in your basket. I don't know if you're buying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. £6.45 for the metre of fabric. Half a metre of the white balloons, half a metre of the solid black. The other balloon one, which is very, very, very popular, the black balloons with the fuchsia solid. Brilliant price. And they're all brilliant price, but they're very, very good price on them. But I've got to be quick as I can. £6.45 there. Now, the ones that Jane used, the butterflies, butterflies, I've got pumpkin and I've got them in violet. Violet first, and then we'll get pumpkin to go across the bottom. They're £10.95. Don't go anywhere. Do not go anywhere at all, because in 3 minutes' time I'm back on my own with brand spanking new fabrics. I would call them Botanical, but for some reason they've called them Botanica. That's the company, not us. See you in 3 minutes from now.
Follow us on Pinterest. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to discover sewing work we create and love.
The Sewing Quarter website is simple and easy to use. You can view a live broadcast of the show on our homepage. Get instant access to our online shop, which has a wide range of wonderful products for you to choose from. You can also enjoy a selection of projects and guides which we have on offer to help you enhance your skills and gain valuable tips. Watch the live shows and you can buy the product which is currently being shown on air. You can even message the studio to ask our presenters or team any questions you might have. Below, you'll find all the products from today's show for you to look at and purchase. On the right of the screen, next to today's products, you will find our simple program guide listing all upcoming shows. So, join us today at sewingquarter.com.
So today I'm going to show you how to do a double stitch. Now you would use a double stitch at the start and the end of your sewing to secure your threads rather than using a really big knot. You're going to want to take your needle through the front of your fabric first and then come out back through the front. So I'm using really big stitches at the moment so I can see what I'm doing. You're going to leave a tail before you then repeat that in and out motion. So you can see that's 1. I'm going to go back through again and that's 2. So you can see I've done 2 stitches in the same place. That's giving me my double stitch. You would then do whatever stitch it is that you're going to go on to do. So I'm just going to do a quick running stitch. Okay, so now I'm going to do my double stitch at the very end of my stitch there. So it's repeating the process. So I'm going in, and then back out, in, and then back out, before clipping my threads. So obviously you would clip these closer when you get to finishing your garment. So there you have it.
Join us on Thursday the 10th of August for a day like no other. The maestro of colour, Kay Fassett himself, will be visiting the Sewing Quarter studio. Kay Fassett has inspired people across the world with his colourful work in fabric, knitting, needlepoint, patchwork, painting and mosaic. And in these 2 unmissable programmes, we'll meet the man behind the fabric masterpieces that so often feature in our shows. So tune in on Thursday the 10th of August at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. as we step into Kaif's world, exclusively on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78. starting a bit away from the table because when I stand close to it like this, I look fatter, don't I, than when I'm standing here, don't you think? Anyway, I've got Premier fabrics. I've got 5 gorgeous Premier fabrics coming up this hour. But before I introduce you to those, I'm going to introduce you to 3 bundles that we think go beautifully with the fabrics that we have here. These are all Spectrum Solids. These are all Spectrum Solids, so you know all of these, but they're just 3 bundles that our scheduling team have put together for you today. Forest fruits will be this one. I like that. I like those 3 colours together. You get fruits of the forest, not forest fruits, fruits of the forest. You get 3½ meters, you get forest fruits, you get fuchsia, and you get grass. They're nice, aren't they? Beautiful. £1/2 metre of each, £9.45. So, yeah, I wouldn't call grass a fruit normally. You get, or fuchsia, because that's a flower. So forest fruits, don't eat the grass, don't eat the fuchsia. You can eat pansies, though, can't you? Because you have them in salads. No, I thought any pansy was edible, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. I'm not... Just don't eat them. I'm not advising you to eat them in case I'm wrong. So that's fruits of the forest. Next. Neutrals, I'm presuming this one's called. Natural. Now, if Little Paul was producing today, go, that's me, because he thinks he's natural. Black, biscuit, and ecru. Black, biscuit, and ecru. What's what? No, he's not a natural at anything. He's like pure, like natural, like, you know, as nature intended him to be. I saw a picture of him going out with his mates on one of the social medias, and they're all like this. All like, and Paul's got his sunglasses on it. Well, he wouldn't be like that. Anyway. He'll be watching because he'll be making his bread. He's making bread now. He's taken into making bread at home, hasn't he? The picture's on Instagram. Right, then this bundle, which I presume is called blue, petrol. So what you get in here is you get, it says on my breakdown, azure and marine blue. Hasn't got black written down on my breakdown. Obviously you get the black because it's there. So black, azure, and marine blue you get there. I might put that on the bottom, actually. There we go. Right. Now you want to see the Premier Fabrics. Oh, I think these are gorgeous. I think these are absolutely lovely. Now, what I'm going to do is I'll take you through them one at a time, and then we'll do mixing and matching and everything. This is lovely. Right, this is called Antique. The colour is called Antique. This comes in 2 colourways. This comes in the Antique and it comes in blue. I'll show you the blue one next. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? This is Botanica Forest Fruits by Macara, £5.95 for £1/2 metre, 100% cotton. It's beautiful. It's really, really... Should we have a closer look before I put this one away? Because then we'll mix and match in a minute. I think this is completely gorgeous. Look. Blackberries. Are they They're elderberries, the pink ones are meant to be. Oh, look, they've done a... There you go. That's not gooseberry. You've got a blueberry next to it. They're not gooseberries. They look like that Norwegian one I was telling you about the other day. How do gooseberries grow? Now, gooseberries grow on a tall bush. They don't want a little bush like that. If you've got any idea what berry that is not a gooseberry. Well, I normally am the gooseberry, yes, but... Right, that's lovely. That's the first one. Now, as I said, that's in the colour Antique. It also comes in pearl blue, which you're going to love because it looks so vintage, so period, this. Oh, you all think it's gooseberries? That is not a gooseberry. Oh, sorry. Where are you? I can see blackberries. And I can see the red berries. You think that's a gooseberry? Okay, then. I was brought up in the country, and I don't think that's a gooseberry. I think the gooseberries are on tall canes, aren't they? Anyway, I'm sure you'll let me know. They're definitely not what? Okay. Yeah. That's on the pearl blue. Botanica Forest fruits on pearl blue. $5.95 half a metre. Oh, what's the matter? Oh, hang on, I've got a message from Pen. Elderberry, that's what I said. That's what I said, Pen, but I said the elderberries were the one above the gooseberry. All right. Leslie, morning, John. It could be a white berry. Could be, thank you. That's right. Leslie, thank you very much. Anything, nobody's mentioned that there might be a gooseberry so far. Right. No, that's white berries. No, elderberries are these ones here. These. Anyway, let's move on. They're all getting carried away with their knowledge of fruits upstairs. Right, look at this one. This is a lovely colour. This one's on fuchsia, I'm imagining. Botanica leaf fuchsia. There's no berries on this one at all. £5.95. They do look a bit like, do they look like oak trees? No. The acorn, but they have three. The oak ones have three sections to them, don't they? Botanically correct, I think it might be. I love these little fern sprigs. They what? Oh, they do look like oak trees. Okay. $5.95. Half a metre. They're being very aggressive to me again today. Timothy's in a really bad mood for some reason. No, that's exactly, but you're definitely in a bad mood. Right now, these next two are the same. I'm going to show you the antique first. Now, I need to just point something out. We haven't named these. These have been named by Macau. They're Macau, aren't they, these, Jan? Because, oops, come on, John, one job. I love this, right? The background of this fabric is called antique. But if you remember, the first one was called antique as well, which aren't the same colour. It's lovely, isn't it? Look, they're gorgeous. Now, they're parrots. They're parrots, aren't they? Or parakeets, or cockatiel. These look like I think these are the ones that are loose in Twickenham. I think. Anyway, I love the trees. Look, the flowers. There's berries on here as well. There's the white berries, or the elderberries. Oh, thank you. She meant white currants, Leslie. She's just woken up, she said. Catherine? Are you looking at the right fabric? Catherine says these are a finch. Blimey. I think... Where does she live? Oh, well, maybe. County Durham. She said the finches look like that in County Durham. What kind of... Is it like a great crested finch or something? I think it looks like a parrot myself. Maybe it's an antique. Maybe it's an antique finch. Maybe Catherine's old and she remembers the fact. Bullfinch is there. Oh, it could be a bullfinch. Could be a bullfinch. No, white currant and gooseberries are completely different. No, white berries are tiny. White currants are tiny, like red currants are tiny, tiny, tiny. Gooseberries are big and hairy, aren't they? Or not, as the case may be. They're being so horrible. I could walk, you know. Oh, well, no, because the other day, right, I don't know how to describe this. There's a new channel, right? There's a new channel on which I'm kind of addicted to. And Hannah watched it. I have to film it and then send Hannah clips because she hasn't got it on her telly. Anyway, she was laughing, and I saw jokingly, right, I said, yes, John, I am old, says Catherine. Jokingly, I saw I might apply for a job there. She went, yes, please do. You know when you're not wanted. Did you not notice there was no tech stuff that I did little Paul. Oh, I love this. What colour blue do they call this? Vine blue. No, birds on vine. What's the other one called? Birds on vine? No, it wasn't, was it? This is vine blue, they've called this. Oh, right, this is just birds on vine in blue, not vine blue. It's not a vine they're on, is it? They're a tree they're on. Oh, I love that colour. Isn't that just exquisite? Oops. No, the table just started making a funny noise. Right. Now, I'm supposed to have a dress pattern in my book. Trolley, aren't I, for this one? Yeah, I've got the book. I've got a book. We thought that these books would go brilliantly with these fabrics. Because, let me just show you them all together. Let me show you all together, first of all. Wouldn't they look gorgeous? Wouldn't they look fabulous in a quilt together? And then what you do is you get a couple of blenders. Aren't they lovely? What I'll do is in a minute I will go through them all and put them with the bundles that we've got to see what will mix and match. But I've just got 3 books to show you before I go any further. They're a really good way to do how to quilt. Now, this is lovely, this book. How to quilt at £7.95. Techniques and projects for the complete beginner. So if you are, because lots and lots and lots of our ladies and gentlemen say, oh, I'm a dressmaker, but I've never done quilting. You've really inspired me to start quilting with your guests and everything. Well, here we go. This will be perfect. And I don't want to mention the Christmas word, but think about Christmas presents. You have to start thinking about Christmas presents now, don't you, really? Oh, who was that from? Barbara. You don't need the quilter. Barbara was saying about the quilting, you know, we were moving all of the patterns around and everything. She said you need a quilter's eye to see them working. It's really weird, isn't it? Because when you look at them flat, like what you need to do is take a picture of them. Because when you look at them flat on the table, I was thinking, what's she doing there? And it was only when I saw her on screen. It's like that one behind me. Ooh, which one? That one behind me, right? It looks completely different in real life. It looks, I mean, it really, what's standing out there, all the squiggly lines, aren't they? When you look at it in real life, it's the flowers, it's the butterflies that stand out. Anyway, this book is brilliant. All the different kinds of quilting. Really, really lovely, aren't they? £7.95. There's so much information here. There are tips and then projects. Tips and then projects. Tips and then projects. What's London Stairs? What's that one? Oh, look, that one's a bit like the one we just did. Look, with Jane with the triangles and everything. London Stairs. Oh. Playmat. Still made out of the London... look at that. They're the London steps as a full quilt. Ooh, whole cloth quilting. That's nice, isn't it? John, best they be nice to you show wouldn't be saying with that. Oh, Lorraine. Did you write... I think Hannah wrote that one. She says, best they're nice to you, because the show wouldn't be the same without you. Lorraine, I'm not going anywhere. If anything, I'll get them sacked. That's the way it works. That's fine. Except it's almost impossible, isn't it? Because, you know, how to quilt. Didn't say that, did I? The Encyclopedia of Quilting and Patchwork Techniques. This is a lovely book as well. Beautiful pictures in this book. Again, all the techniques, all the about the different blocks. We love this book because it's got, look, courthouse steps, and the log cabin. Yeah. Courthouse steps. Yeah, we did that with Lucy. Oh, you mean that one? That's the log cabin. Yeah, but that's not a curvy log cabin. Oh, no, look, there's the cathedral windows, look. Got a cathedral window cushion right behind me. I'll show you in a second. Suffolk puffs. Aren't they lovely? All these different ideas of applique. Oh, look. Now, wouldn't that be lovely? We need to do more applique. Don't we? What's this one? Hawaiian applique. It's cool, isn't it? We'll have to get one of them to do Hawaiian applique soon. Stained glass applique. That's nice, isn't it? Then the quilting. This book is stunning. And then look, traditional quilts. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I really have to start thinking about making my own quilt because Lucy's obviously not making any for me. Busy with her own life. How dare she? Oh. Look at those. Oh, I love that one. I just think that is stunning. Stained glass window. That's not a real window. That's a quilt. That's Joseph and Amazing Technicolor Dream Coat. Oof. I like that, the fact they're all different sizes and shapes. Do you see, we could make that one because they're all a little bit uneven, aren't they? It's meant to be like that. Now everyone's given their blocks in for the quilt. I think mine's very boring. I went for traditional, you see. Anyway, £12.95 that one. I've got one other book very quickly to show you, which I think would look lovely in these fabrics here. It's called The Happy Hexes. 12 hand-piece hexagon projects to stitch and love. Jane says, because Jane made a bag out of using one of these patterns last week. And then, because you've got the little prints in this fabric, it would work beautifully, wouldn't it? Here you go, the projects. Look, there's the bag that Jane made the other day. Imagine that made out of the one or two of these beautiful, beautiful fabrics I've got today. I'll show you the little prints after this book. Not the little prints. I haven't got the little prints here today. Little prints. One day, my prince. This is a lovely book. We've shown you this before. The little hexes all hand-stitched together with all the templates. Happy hexes. Happy hexes to you too. £9.95. Right, let's go back to these fabrics. Let's mix and match them with the with the... So let's start. Now, what I want to point out to you before we start, before you put any graphics in or anything, this one and this one, the colour are both called antique, right? That's not our doing, it's the manufacturer's doing, but I just want to point it out right from the start so you don't start going, they look different colours, right? Don't need to put any graphics in, but you see this one is like an ivory background, and that one is like a parchment background, but they have called them both antique coloured. So just so you know, they aren't the same. So if you see it written down thinking, oh, those two go beautifully together, they do go nice together, but they're different colours. They're different colours. Let's start with the antique forest fruits then. So, most popular, this one. It's because it's got pretend gooseberries on it. That's why, I think. So now, what colour would you put this with? Well, I think a couple of them would go nicely with this one. If you put this one, those two colours look nice together, don't they? So this is £5.95 for half a metre. This is part of the forest fruit bundle. You see, now look, if you got this bundle and half a metre of this fabric, you could create beautiful hexes with that. They just blend really. I mean, they look lovely together, don't they? Really. So this bundle here is called the Fruits of the Forest bundle. 3.5 metres, you get that for £9.45. Then this is the most popular of the bundles as well, and this is the most popular of the fabrics for £5.95. So if you wanted half a metre of each, that's £9.45. So that's 40, well, let's say 10, I don't know, £6, £15.50, isn't it? Plus your post and packaging. It's lovely, isn't it? Really, really lovely. Under £20, wait, yeah. 0800 112 44 33, sewingquarter.com if you want to. Right, now that's lovely together. I think that's the only bundle that I think I'd put with it. Because I don't think the blues or the naturals would work with that one. That's lovely, isn't it? Right. Can I just also point out something? I have got a dress pattern here as well. It comes in two different sizes. I've only got one here. But don't you think this little girl's dress would look gorgeous in one of these fabrics? Do you know what I mean? In fact, look, you could do your hem in one of those colours because you wouldn't need more than half a metre, would you? So if they come in size, they come from 7 to 14, which this one isn't, at £7.95. Also comes in the smaller size, which is this one, which is the 3 to 6 year old. There you go. Okay, now move on. Okay, put that one there, Right, now let's move on. That same fabric, but in the blue. Well, I thought earlier I liked them both as much as each other. Oh, do you know what? If you did that little... Let me just have a look. I might be wrong. Let me just have a look. No, it wouldn't work. I was going to say, maybe if you made it in the dress in one and did the band in another, but it doesn't work. So now, there are no gooseberries. No gooseberries were harmed in the making of this 100% Macao fabric. It's lovely. The reason I like the blue is because I did a lot of period costumes when I was doing when I had my costume career. And this was very, very period feel to it. Then if you get this bundle, let's have a look at this bundle with it. Oh, yes, that'd be nice. This is the petrol bundle that I'm showing you here. I'd only use those two colours. I think the black's too heavy for it. I'd put the black in my stash. And I'd use those two colours with it. You're always going to use black in your stash, aren't you? I wouldn't put that... Oh, well, having said that, no, I think it's too heavy. Oh, I don't know, though, hang on. No, it's definitely too heavy. So you could use the blues from the bundle on with this and keep the black for your stash. That's what I'd do. Remember the other day when we had the cave fabric and Joy used the black to make the framework from it? It looked lovely, didn't it? Okay, that's that one. All right, we'll keep an eye on the quantities because they're all very, very popular, these. Now, one that I may put with black would be this one. Say this again. Okay, this is vibrant, isn't it, as little Paul would say. It's kind of deeper than a fuchsia. It's more than a cyclamen pink, this one. Botanica, they called it fuchsia. They called it fuchsia, but I'd say it was more of a cyclamen. Now, this one looks lovely with black, doesn't it? But then, no, this is, look. You see the ecru. Let's take the black out. Let's just put the ecru. See, that looks nice, doesn't it? That looks lovely. Do you know what? Let me just take it out. I'm just going to have a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of the black there. So if you're having, look. So you're binding or you're lining or whatever. And then you've also got, oh, actually, that I think that's biscuit, not ecru, actually, sorry, isn't it? Because this, is that right? There you go. No, there's the three. Yeah, biscuit and ecru and black, getting that one. I'm just wondering if that one would be too bright. Oh, no, that looks nice, huh? No, oh, you see, that's fresh. That's very fresh. Gives it a completely different look, doesn't it? So that's with the ecru. That's with the biscuit and the black. Very different looks, aren't they? Bag making, Hannah's suggesting, yeah. I think that's a lovely fabric, that pink. Let me just look at it next to the skin. Might be a bit sharp to be, but nice skirt though. Oh, what? Oh, yes, it's very much like one of our French frou-frou fabrics, yes. That's really lovely. Oh, actually, do you know what? Oh, now this might be a little bit controversial. Right, so this is the fuchsia fabric still in here, but then look at it with these colours. Oh, nice. Look at that with the fruits of the forest. You see, they all work, don't they? They all work with that. Oh, that's lovely. Now, I'm not sure if this will, because that might... Oh, yes. It's a different pink, but it works really beautifully with it, doesn't it? So this here is the Botanica leaf in fuchsia. This here is the Fruits of the Forest bundle. They look lovely, don't they, together? I love those three together with that. The green's really lovely, isn't it? Now, you see, if you see all that hanging on a rail, you wouldn't necessarily think of that. I mean, pink and green are opposite each other on the colour circles. That's why they work so well together, because they're the same. Look, you see, just look at that, right? That's like the, do you know what I mean? Hannah's thinking of raspberries. I've got raspberries from our 10 o'clock break today. Yes. They're lovely. They're lovely. Now, I wasn't going to show you those two together, but they work really, really nicely. Okay, let's move on from that one. Now the birds in the antique. I like this fabric. This is the birds in the antique. Nice, isn't it? Do you know what I might do? I'm doing a lot of colouring in today. I might, it depends what I used it for, but just colour the odd one in. So either that one, that bullfinch, or that bullfinch. Oh, you didn't see that one. Or that bullfinch. You could make a blind with that. Be lovely, wouldn't it? Wouldn't keep out much light. It would be one of the, oh, actually, let me just tell you, the weight of this fabric is slightly, oh, it's really, really lovely. It's very much a blouse. It's very much a blouse weight, if you know what I mean. It's not as heavy as a shirt weight. It's more of a blouse weight, this. You see, all of those, it's the same range. Let me just feel over here. Yeah, this one feels more, it's not muslin, it's not fine. Like, maybe it's just the colour that's just doing, just giving, you know. Samuel, hello John. With reference to the bird on the fabric, it's a chaffinch. It used to keep them as pets in the old days. Sam of Dunoon in Scotland. Oh, chaffinch. It looks like a parrot to me. Oh, shows what I know. But I did say, didn't I? It looked like a medievally bird, didn't it, on there? Chaffinch. No, like as in, like it almost looks like it's like almost like you'd imagine a jousting man this bird to land on his arm, like a bird of prey almost. I think it is house sitting. Chaffinches are only little though, aren't they? No, we don't know the scale. Well, I suppose, yeah, because look at the size of the leaves next to it. Anyway, look. Nice. Ecru biscuit and black bundle. You see, you're thinking quilt, I'm thinking clothes. Okay, Hannah's thinking Roman blind plus quilt, I'm thinking clothes. The thing is, we're good for a blind, but I don't think, or quilting, because it's that lovely lightweight cotton. But you wouldn't want it as a cushion or anything like that. It's a bit, I'd say it was a bit too fine to be a cushion. Right, so they look lovely together, don't they? Okay. So that's the birds on a vine in antique. No. Okay, now birds on a vine in blue. Tim's just given me suggestions of what fabric she'd put with it. Asked. Well, no, he said it in such a way. Oh, ignore that. That's the wrong graphics. This is nice, isn't it? Now remember, you're paying. This is $5.90. Is it $5.95? $5.99 for half a metre. This is a metre that you're seeing on the table here. So let me just show you what half a metre would look like. That blue is gorgeous, isn't it? It's like a rich, rich Wedgwood blue, that one. The blouse, I would say, now what person would I say? It's not a Judi Dench. It's not a Judi Dench, not a Helen Mirren. Do you know what? I think it would be somebody like Sienna Miller. But in like a ruffle blouse or a blouse with a waterfall on it or something like that. Would look nice in this fabric. Would you want? No. Oh, no, you could make a tea dress. That very lightweight summer tea dress. The only trouble is, look in the distance, right? People are going to have to get quite close to see. Yeah, it's a beautiful colour. It's a really, really lovely colour. Clutch bag. Little clutch bag would be quite nice, wouldn't it? You want it big enough? Mind you, it needs to be an oversized clutch bag, maybe. I've got an iron here if you want to borrow it, Jay. £5.95. It's just that's a perfect time, actually. Jay's just brought in the fabrics for the next hour, and they've not been ironed properly. So I just said, oh, I've got an iron here. Well, I have. Pamela. Lovely, strong name, that. I agree with you, John. It's a parrot. It has a hooked beak. Finches have straight beaks. Oh, we're going to set off some fighties now. That's Pamela in Suffolk, that one. Hang on, I have to wait for Christine to come through. Christine thinks they're wax wings. No, it's not on. It's not on. No, it's not on. No. It's plugged in, but it's not on. I'll take it out so you can see. I had this in on the day it arrived, right? And they completely and utterly sold out within 1 hour's show. Well, it was less than an hour. They completely and utterly sold out. We love this iron. We love this iron. It's got, I'll just see if they put any water in it. It's got, look. We're onto the iron now. So you put your water in there. You've got your little, see here, there's no water in it. This is, you can see how much water you've got in it. It's a steam iron, look. I just think this is one of the best mini travel irons I've ever seen. You've got a button here, which can have steam or no steam. Steam or no steam. And then this here is your temperature gauge. Goes around like that. Hang on, I'm turning it around the wrong way. There you go, temperature gauge there. It's got a little light here, so you can see when it gets to temperature. I'm not quite sure what that little clip for is there at the front. There must be something. That must be there. Oh, I know. It's pretty cable in there, so it doesn't get in the way. Of course. I just think for $39.95, this is the most fantastic little steam iron. Give us a call, 0800 112 4433. Go on the web and pop one in your basket. I definitely would. They're fantastic. Oh, got a picture. I asked for it in this packaging. There it is. We haven't got one of those here. That's it, how it arrived to you in the post. The steam coming out in the top right-hand corner there. We've waited ages for it to come back in. £39.95. As I say, they sold out, and it was only because Flora Amy didn't tidy up after Amy presented yesterday, and this was still on the set, and I was like, oh, are they back in? Are they back in? They went, yes. I just think they're brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's not heavy, but it's got a bit of you know, sometimes you buy a travel iron and it's like, oh, you don't want it too heavy, but this has got some weight to it. Also, wouldn't this have been brilliant earlier? It's not switched on, don't worry. Wouldn't this have been brilliant? Oh, no, I want a double one, don't I? Wouldn't this have been earlier, when Jane was doing her corners earlier, wouldn't that just be brilliant for doing jobs like this? It's not on, don't worry, it's not on if you just tuned in. But wouldn't that be brilliant for doing jobs like that? I just think it's fantastic. £39.95. Right. Yes, now somebody else wants to see the little girl's dress pattern. Oh, yes. This is the little girl's dress pattern. It comes in 2 different sizes. It comes in children's and it comes in girls. The children's is 3 to 6 and the girls is 7 to 14. They're both there. So that one there is the children's, look, 3 to 6. And then the bottom here will come the little girls, which is, girls, 7 to 14. If you need to know what size or how much fabric you need, then just let me know. I'd say at the most, for a size 14, the most amount of fabric you need is 3 meters. For any, I'll just spin it around because you can see all the different shapes you get out of it. See, oh, no, well, it's an old dollars sign, that one there. Oh, who did, sorry? Sue that rings in all the time. Yep. Sue wants to know which fabric you'd make it out of. Well, personally, I'd do those 2 fabrics. That's what I use for the little girl's dress, are these 2 fabrics. So you've got the, there you go, Forest Fruits Antique with very, very fresh, well, I'll tell you what I'd do is, also I'm just going to pull this out of shot, is I'd make the dress out of that, and then I'd either make the hemline, depending on, let me just do this. Well, the thing is, you could have it in one of 3 colours. You could either have the contrast hemline in the green, or the pink, or the forest fruits. Isn't that lovely? Really, really. You see, I put all 3 there because that's what you get in the bundle. But you wouldn't need more. I don't think you'd need more than half a metre to do the contrast. Let me just check. Which one is it? D. Well, it's saying you need 3/4 of a yard for your facing. I can't really show you now. But maybe you could do one colour at the front and one colour at the back, or party colour it going round the bottom. That'd be nice. Beautiful. Or you can make that the blue, or you make the little girl. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? That would make it very vintage looking. Remember Lucy brought that dress in that her mum made for her to wear, and then Lucy put one of her little girls in it. So the blue one would work nicely as well, wouldn't it? I think the blue one's lovely, but it might just be, wondering if the blue one might be a little bit more grown up. Oh, actually. So you could make the blue one with a blue going across the bottom. Do you know what? Or if you want to be very dramatic, there's me saying earlier, don't put the black with it. No, don't put the black with it. Or maybe... You see, that works. Oh, maybe the blue does work with this bundle as well, look. The blue works with that bundle as well. So this is the Botanica Forest Fruits in Pearl Blue. This here is the Fruits of the Forest bundle. I like that. Or quilting would be lovely, wouldn't it? Or again, if you did that, the one that Jane's done earlier, have your zigzaggy stripes out of the 3 colours, and then that as your flying geese out of that. Look, that'd be nice, wouldn't it, in the 3 colours? So if you got half a metre, I'm just trying to work out how many of those you could make. If you've got half a metre of the fabric, and then you've got 3 half metres of lining, you get loads. Nice, very nice. You'd only moan if they didn't, Hannah. Oh, Helen, morning, John. The iron is absolutely brilliant. Buy it, and it is... Oh, buy it, and the bird is a waxwing. Loving the show, Helen from Hereford. Thank you, Helen. Now, hang on. Who did I meet this week from Hereford? I met somebody from Hereford this week, didn't I? Oh, I know. It was Ange, wasn't it? Ange was from Hereford. You know, Ange, who did the Sizzit, physics. Remember as well, if you spend more than £10 on your first order, we still do this, you automatically get one of these. It has to be your first order and has to be over £10, not including post and packaging. Oh, it even says Botanical there, look, as well. No, the day's called Flora and Fauna. That's wrong. That's nice. Oh, what's that there? Oh, sponge clean only. I've not seen that before. I've never seen that before. How funny. I've only been doing it since the end of January and I've never noticed that before. Right. Hex's book. Right, somebody has got this in their basket and asked if they could have a look at it. What I love about this is there's a project to make one thing, but then to go with, there's something else. Like this bag here, they make the bag and they make the little pouch sort of thing to go with it. I'll show you as we go through. £9.95. You get, you know what? You get 12 projects in there for £9.95. It's not even £1 a project. And all the templates and everything you could need are in here. So let me just show you about all the Hexy basics, how to do them. If you've never done Hexes before, brilliant way of describing how to do it and everything. And then the projects are here, you see. So this is a graphic flower mini tote. That's the one Jane made the other day. But then there's also the pattern for a little pouch to go with, look. You see, all the details are here. How to put it all together, how to place it, how to put, you know what I mean? It's fantastic. There's the mini tote. how to make it, how to line it. There's the template. Then we've got the Free Spirit Hexes purse and pouch. That's nice, isn't it? Looks bigger than a purse, that one, doesn't it? Yeah, like an American handbag purse. That was my American accent there, but... No, because when I lived in New York, right, Donna and I both went at the same time. Donna was from South London, and I obviously had my accent. By the time we left, a year later, Donna was so New York. Everything she said, and I was like, why don't I sound like I come from New York? I just got more and more and more British the whole time I was there. Tea for two, cozy and matte. They are so funny. When I was there, and somebody who was living in the apartment next to me, they were like, oh, well, we've got friends in Scotland. Do you know them? And also, they couldn't tell the difference between my accent and Donna's accent. And Donna was real South London girl. Zigzag table topper. Oops. Again, all the templates and everything are in the book. Confetti coaster and placemat. Pretty, isn't it? Again, templates are all there. Vintage blue. Oh, now this would be nice because all these fabrics are vintage, aren't they? Vintage bloom table mat. Oh, I think these fabrics are a bit too good for a table mat, but they would make a cute table mat, wouldn't they? Especially the fruits of the forest there. Minus gooseberries. Flower patch mini quilt there. Would look lovely in a quilt, wouldn't it? So hang on, look at that one there. If you bought 1/2 metre of each of those fabrics and then bought one of the bundles, like then maybe the pink bundle or the forest fruits bundle and the neutral bundle. It's not called neutral, is it? What they called it? Natural bundle. You can make a really gorgeous mini quilt like that, couldn't you? With the hexes. Where it's ombre'd out at the outside. Fussy cut hexy pillow. You see, that'd be nice if you had plain colours where they've got the gingham, and then you had these lovely prints that we've got here running along the inside. Yeah, they've. Well, you could do. That's what we were saying earlier. You could do fabrics in all different directions, can't you? It gives it a completely different look. This book is brilliant for £9.95, I have to say. And then last but not least, the floral hexagon pillow. So they've made a hexy-shaped pillow out of hexes. Nice, isn't it? It's lovely. It is, don't start turning into Little Paul. It is excellent. Because that's what Little Paul does. He always tries to, oh, it's unbelievable. He'd be going on about these, wouldn't he? Anyway, shall we sum up what I've got here? Okay. The birds is very popular. Do you want to go there first, then? Birds antique. Remember, I'm showing you a metre here. What you're getting for £5.95 is half a metre. But you can buy a metre if you want. Oh, and by the way, I must remind you, the glitch is still there on the computer. If you want more than 1.5 metres, if you want more than 3 units of fabric, you can buy as many as you want, but you need to ring the call centre for anything more than 1.5 metres. You can get 1.5 metres on the web. Anything above that, you need to ring the call centre. Or somebody suggested the other day, come in by three units, couldn't come out then, and then come back and buy another 3 units. I said I can't guarantee it'll be joined together, but someone said it always is, but I'd ring to be on the safe side. It's lovely, isn't it, this fabric? Botanica, birds on a vine. They're cute, aren't they? Now we've had waxwings, we've had parakeets, we've had chaffinches, we've had bullfinches. Oh, what? Oh, you didn't read that one out. A peewit, a red cardinal from Claire. Apparently there's hundreds of messages coming in. Thank you, Claire. Morning to you too. Oh, Samuel's changed his mind now. Yeah, hi, Sam here from Dunoon again. Changed my mind regarding the bird. It's an eagle, John. Any better than that? Enjoying the show. Thank you, Samuel. I don't know if it is an eagle. Mind you, where I live, when you drive home down Station Road, There's like an old-fashioned telephone wire, and there's this great big like bird of prey. And I've been there for over 5 years now, and it just sits on its own, doesn't talk to anyone else. It literally just sits on its own on this wire in exactly the same place every day, being as miserable as sin. $5.95. Okay. Right. Hannah wonders, no, we wonder where Hannah gets her eccentricities from. Her dad, who they've just moved to a lovely area in Britain, and he said, oh, Hannah, when you drive to work, there's this owl, and it's always in the same place I drive to work every morning. When they went for a walk, it turns out it's a plastic owl. And we wonder. Well, no, but I think it's big, but this bird is always in the same place, this big bird of prey. But it's not plastic, because it flies. It does fly to get its food. I think it's ever so clever how they do this. Like that. Blue. Botanica birds on vine in blue. If you've got this one in your basket, please check out. Lots of you got this one in your basket. Do you know what? Every single time you suggest something, they look it up now to check to see what it is. They're trying to learn all about birds. Oh, Hannah's upset because the budgie's found the mirror in the sitting room, so it doesn't talk to her anymore, Bowie the budget. He just sits and tweets to himself. Okay? Which one do you want to look at next? The fuchsia. The fuchsia. Pardon, say that again? If you've got the iron in your basket, check out as well, because it's selling. Botanica leaf fuchsia fabric. That's nice, isn't it? Very different to the others because of the vibrancy of the background. At $5.95. Hannah's flatmate Karen is watching on her day off, right? She's a young, vibrant girl about town in Birmingham, right? She's sitting watching us, and she says, oh, Barry's enjoying watching the show. Barry's the budgie. But he's doing it from his perch by the mirror. Pearl blue. This is nice, isn't it? Oh, now, Karen, you know about things like this because you're a healthy person. What berries are these? Oh, Hannah says if they're not crisps, she's not interested. Wasn't it Karen who burnt the baked potatoes? So when we worked in the old place, she texted Hannah saying, I'm making baked potatoes. She made the baked potatoes and then put them in the bin. £5.95, half a metre. That's lovely, isn't it? She'll go out and about later on the site. It's only 10 to 10, I suppose. It's still early, isn't it? Oh, no, she's got a certain watch that counts how many steps you do. 5, 6, 7, 8. Driving me crazy. That's like me doing steps. Botanica forest. Fruits and tea. I knew them all. Deeper shade of blue. All those. £5.95. I didn't learn the latest one, though. Thought it was a bit old. I had a signed steps poster on my dressing room door at my last place. £5.95. Yeah, except when we moved from Leamington Spa to Birmingham, the man in charge ripped it off the door and threw it away. No idea. No, you threw it away. £5.95. I like this one. Tragedy. That's what I did when I found out my poster had been put in the bin. Right, iron. This is not plugged in, so don't worry. Oh, we love this. We love this iron. You put your water in here. It's a steam iron. Put your water in there. The little gauge here tells you how full your water tank is. You can have steam or no steam. Steam or no steam. This is the temperature guide here. You've got a little light here, so it tells you when it's ready. Little, what would you call that thing there? Catch. that you put your cord in, so it's out of the way. Little steam holes in the top of from there. £39.95. £39.95. It's really, really lovely. Oh, it looks like a little face. Hello. Looks like a mouse. Looks like a mouse, look. Right, and then when it comes to in the package there, $39.95. It's such a... It sold out the first time I showed you. They had it back. Come on, John, you're telling me Hannah's Budgie's got a tablet and tweets. That's from Tony. That's an old joke. Old joke, Tony. I'm only joking. Right, the bundles. Now, if you've missed anything, right? Oh, I've got ages yet. Got 3 bundles. Fruits of the Forest bundle first. Most popular, you get grass, you get fuchsia, and you get fruits of the forest. So only one of them's actually a fruit, Jane. Yeah, okay. Then we've got this one, which is called Natural. You get ecru, biscuit, and black. You see, if you put the if you put the biscuit with the fruits of the forest, you could put those two together, couldn't you? Graphics, there you go, £9.45 for 1.5 meters. And then last but not least, we've got this lovely blue and black one here. It's called Petrol. "15 seconds you've got to buy that one." No, you've got all day to buy it, but we only got 15 seconds before we go for a break. Don't go anywhere. Where's the duffel bag, Jay? I've got a duffel bag coming up in the next hour and kits how to make it. I'll explain the name of the show because the name show's slightly wrong. Again, see you in 3. Join us on Facebook. Simply search for The Sewing Quarter and like our page for the latest news and more. Tune in on Friday the 11th of August as we welcome designer and artist Anna Maria Horner to the studio. We'll find out all about Anna Maria's work and introduce her floral retrospective collection, brand new to Sewing Quarter. Anna Maria's designs, which include fabric prints, quilts, clothing and fine art, are renowned across the globe. Her fabrics combine vintage and modern elements, which, along with the masterful use of colour, create a timeless, elegant style. Anna Maria's work has influenced a generation of sewers and quilters, not least our very own Lucy Brennan, who will also feature in this unmissable morning of shows. So join us on Friday the 11th of August at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. for our Anna Maria Horner special, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78.
There are many different ways you can buy from us here at the Sewing Quarter. You can order from us by calling our free phone number at 0800 112 4433 and talk to the team at our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, there are other ways you can buy from us. You can go online and shop through our website at www.sewingquarter.com. You can even watch the show there and shop as you go. You can check out as many times as you like throughout the day and only pay a small fee of £2.95 postage and packaging for the whole day. We also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all products excluding custom-cut fabric. Our friendly UK-based team will help guide you through every step.
When I started quilting, I'd seen Anna Maria Horner's fabric and it was really inspirational to me. I love the way that she combines colours and I have made a couple of quilts using her quilt patterns. I think she's really clever how she has created modern fabric, but it has a traditional feel to it at the same time. A lot of the colours she uses really appealed to me, and the way she mixes colours in quite an unusual way, but it makes them really special, makes them stand out, and you know that it's her fabric. So this quilt was created using Anna Maria Horner's featherbed pattern, and I had some of my friends that I was in quilting bee groups with make some of these feathers, and I just arranged it according to the layout that I wanted with the number of feathers that I had, and I added in different blocks, and it was all hand quilted as well. So there's some of Anna Maria's fabrics in there, and there's lots of other people's fabric scraps, and it's a beautiful, huge quilt that lives on our bed.
Join us on Friday the 11th of August at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. for our Anna Maria Horner special, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78. Coming up later in this hour, we've got a kit of how to make this, but in a fabric that you've not, well, I've never seen it before, but we've done the whole kit this time. We've done the eyelets, we've done the cord and everything like that. That's coming up in a little while. But before we do that, the show is called Nautical Linens. Now, they're not real linens, they're linen look. That's why I wanted to point it out to you. They're linen look, and they are gorgeous. You'll have seen some of them yesterday with our Amy, but I've got some more today, which you might not have seen before. So if I just work my way through them, then I can show you them one at a time. Now, they're lovely. Now, they're not heavyweight at all. They're not like a heavyweight canvas. They are like a very heavy cotton, actually. Linen look patchwork seaside fabric, this is called. Now, can you just check the composition for me, Hannah, please? There's £4.95 for half a metre. Remember, they're wide. They're 60 inches wide, look. Was that 60? Yeah, I thought they were 80% cotton, 20% polyester. But it's not heavy. It's a really, really lovely weight. Now, you know when we show you these patchwork ones, when we show... £5.45. Linen look, patchwork seaside fabric. Okay, that's that one. Okay, whenever, like I just said, whenever we do the patches, always fly out. Remember all the Christmas ones we did in the patches? They all absolutely flew out. Now this one's multi-directional. There we go. Remember these are, I'm showing you a metre here. These come in the half metre, £4.95 half metre. 80% cotton, 20% polyester. Now if you love the red, the last one was just blue and white. This one's red, white and blue. Remember, if you want over 1.5 metres of any of these, you have to ring the call centre. £4.95 for half a metre, 80% cotton, 20% polyester. Really, I will go over them again. I'm just showing them quickly now before I go over and do the bundles for the... Oh, right, people are already putting that one in their baskets. Well done. Oh, now this next one, we've got an image of something that somebody's made. Oh, Karen. Sally, not Karen at all. You said, I'm sure you said Karen in Coventry. Okay. It came across as Karen in Coventry. Sally in Coventry. Oh, they're all being so boss. No, John, I said Sally. Honestly. Have a look at the still. Let's have a look at the still. Oh, nice. It's a lovely bright room, isn't it? Is that a bathroom? She's new to sewing. And, oh, did we make a blind on it before then? I was going to say, we've never done a blind, have we? Maybe we'll get you in as our expert. How to make a blind using this fabric. It's because it's a lovely weight, this one. It's a lovely weight fabric, this one. The boat bobbing along. It's bobbing along, look, in the river, in the sea. Oh, thanks. £4.95 for half a metre. Love. Oh, now this will team in beautifully with the bunting I'm about to show you, because the bunting is in beach hut shapes. In fact, I'm not quite sure where the bunting's gone. I can see it. Sorry. Okay. Oh, now Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. I'll show you again. I'll show you again. But keep that one in mind for something later on. Right, now this is always popular, this one. Which is your favourite animal? Do you like the whale, the seahorse, the seagull? But then you've got lighthouses and ship's wheels, fishes. That's definitely a seagull. We don't need to ask you what... They look like they've got wellies on, though, don't they? Have they got different coloured legs? Yeah, one's got a pale blue leg and one's got a dark blue leg. It's lovely, isn't it? Now, that's called Linen Look Seaside Fabric. What's the other one called Linen Look Seaside Fabric as well? Take a note of the code. Take a note of the code. Or when we've shown them all, if you look underneath us on the website, you'll see all the different fabrics there. Yeah, when you ring the call centre, you might have to describe it if you just say seaside fabric, because if they're all called seaside fabrics, it might be a bit difficult for them. Right? They were all on at the weekend. These three haven't. They've been on before. They're not premieres. They've been on before. Wales, the animal, not the country. The mammal, not the country. Like this. Love this. This would be nice as a blind, wouldn't it, for your bathroom? In fact, I haven't got a blind in my bathroom. You can make a nice laundry bag out of it. Rucksack. Beautiful, isn't it? Linen Look Blue Whale. Oh, that one's all right. That's got a name. Blue Whale fabric, that one. 80% cotton, 20% polyester, remember? Oh, no, she's wittering away now. What? Toy storage. How do you make the sides hard, then? Oh, not like a big box. I love this one. I love this one. Now, we had this one with Amanda Wyatt, didn't we? When we made the bags. Now, remember, the fishes go up and down the fabric on this one. They're like salmon swimming upstream, aren't they? Well, I don't think you get spotty salmon or chevron salmons, do you? Or stripy salmons, to be honest, but I love that. Red, white, and blue salmon. Oh, no, not salmon. Nautical fish. Nautical fish, that one's called. It's still on the table, hasn't been cleared. Okay? And then, I like this one. Anchor fabric. Anchor fabric. Oh! Look at that. Nautical but nice. Isn't that lovely? Do you know what? When I did Sinbad the Sailor at York Theatre Royal in what year will it have been? There was a lot of fabric like that. We had a lot of fabric printed like that. Linen Look Blue Anchor fabric, £4.95 for half a metre. I'm just laughing at Jay. Well, you see, he was supposed to clear the iron away. Then you said, oh, could you get the iron back to John? And I went, oh, it's still here on the table. And he's come scurrying and going, I'll just put this in your basket like that. Shaking his head at me. Right. Come with me. Come with me and you'll see. We did this bag. Now, was this with Amanda or was this with... Jess, I can't remember now. I think it was Amanda, right? And when she made it, we didn't have the eyelets and we didn't have the rope. So she suggested doing buttonholes and getting some rope from your local shop, right? Haberdashery store, right? However, today, I have a bundle which includes the eyelets and the rope. So you can make this. It's different fabric. But I'll take you through them now. I'll take you through the three different... Right. I love this fabric. I've never seen this fabric before. Oh, it has been on once, but I've never seen it before. Look. Oh, it's very wide. So you get half a metre of the whale fabric. This is in grey. Look. We love them. Right, that's on grey. That's on grey. It's not linear texture. It's like a Macawa solid, this. Oh, except is it Macawa? I don't know if it is Macawa, is it? No, so it's not, but it's like it's like a blouse weight fabric. A blouse weight fabric, this is like. Or shirt weight fabric, no. It's nice, isn't it? And you get half a metre of that, and you get half a metre of the grey. Oh, actually, I was going to explain it to you before you showed that. Too late, though. She cried. Right, so what you get in this kit is you get half a metre of the whale fabric, half a metre of the grey fabric. You get the rope to make the handle out of, and you get the big eyelets. Now, you most of them thinking, oh, I haven't got an eyelet machine. It comes with it. The eyelet little machine comes in. All the instructions are on the back. All you need is a hammer. Brilliant, isn't it? £22.45. So you get a metre of fabric, and all of that you get. Oh, and you get the instructions. And you get the instructions. Right, but the instructions are not just for the bag. They're also for the bunting. Oh, you can't see that there. They're also for the bunting. Jay, can I have another instructions? That one looks like it's a bit cool. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's the grey one. Let's move on to the dark blue one. Oh, no, hang on. Is it named after the solid fabric or the whale fabric, do you think? Because this one's called dark blue, but this fabric isn't dark blue. The fabric is like the mid blue. It's got dark blue fabric with it. Right, so this is the mid blue. It's called mid blue, and the reason the kit is called dark blue is because the fabric you get with it is the dark blue. The contrast fabric you get is the dark blue. It's lovely, isn't it? Show the kit. Oh, it looks like it's dropped out of shot, that one, doesn't it? Instructions, eyelets, rope, and the metre of the fabric. Now, it's called dark blue because the contrast fabric is the dark blue. But then this one is going to confuse you now because this whale fabric is dark blue. Oh, I could like that. Oh, I think, they're all lovely, but I think that might be my favourite. The dark blue whale fabric there. They're going in all sorts of directions, those whales, aren't they? So this is called navy, right? So this is the navy, and then that's the blue that you get with it. That's weird that they named the last one after the... Do you know what? Look down there, look underneath, and you can just choose which one you want. Because this one is called navy, and this one is called dark blue. Just so you know, just so you know. Again, you get the cord, the eyelets, and the instructions at £22.45. So let's have a look at the kit. There it is. So that's the navy one, you see. That's the navy one. Right, let's have a good look at the... Oh, I haven't shown... I'll show you the bunting as well. Now, this is the bunting, which also comes in the instruction pattern. Now, there's enough fabric in the kit to make the bag, but not the bunting as well. That's right, isn't it? There's enough there to make the bag, but you need extra fabric to make the bunting. Now, this is where I was thinking, you know that linen look that's got the little houses on it already? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? That'd be lovely. Let me just push that forward there. So let's have a look at the instructions here. This is the bag, because obviously this was one that they made earlier in a different fabric as well here. Well, let me see if I can get it without any shiny on it. I'm just trying to do it so he doesn't... Okay, so on this side here, you've got all the instructions of how to make... Hello, Nora. Love the bundle. Fabulous fabrics, aren't they, Nora? The duffel bag, you need half a metre of the main fabric and half a metre of the contrast fabric, which is exactly what you get in the kit. You need the rope, which you've got in the kit. You've got the eyelets, which is in the kit. And then you obviously need a basic sewing kit, which we don't supply. But so on this page here are all the instructions about how to make it and everything like that to make that lovely, whether you make a duffel bag, whether it's a laundry bag or whatever. Then on this side of the instructions, it's the bunting and how much fabric you need to make the bunting because obviously they've done theirs in different fabrics, because you need alternate fabrics to make the doors and the windows and things like that. But what is fantastic is you get the template for the bunting and the template for the heart and the, don't know what that is, Life Boy. No, that was a soap, wasn't it, Life Boy? And then you've got the door and the window on there as well. Right now, I've also got 3 bundles of other fabrics, linear fabrics and spectrum solid fabrics, which you could make the bunting out of, or you could. What I'm saying is if you had this, right, and you buy one of these bundles, there's nothing wrong with putting that with red. You know what I mean? Or I'll show you the other bundles in a second. Julie says, hello, John. I'm introducing my gorgeous grandson, Jasper, to Sewing Quarter. He's only 5 and he thinks you're very funny. Good to have you back. Love, Julie. Oh, thank you, Julie. Where do you want this? I can't make it. Oh, towards me. But it'll come on my table and it'll get wafted out the way. You see, if I bring it into shot, that's right in the way now. Look. Right, let's move on. Here are the 3 fabric bundles. 2 fabric bundles, so you get 3 fabrics in each one. You get ½ metre of each of these fabrics. Now, they're looking quite flame on my telly, but this is a bright red. Then you've got a really lovely cream or vanilla one in the middle there. And then you've got the red linear fabric on the outside there. So you get 1.5 metres of fabric, really lovely. Make the bunting out of that. Or, because you've got ½ metre of each of these, if you buy that and you buy one of these bundles with the whales on it, you could mix and match, couldn't you? You could mix and match them if you wanted to. Keep the whales for the bag, but then the trim could be any of those or any of those. And then you could make red, white and blue bunting, couldn't you? Red, white and blue bunting. And then there's this one. This is Nautical Blue, apparently. You've got biscuit, cream, and ocean in this one. It's very limited, though, this bundle. This is the linear print here. Nice, isn't it? They're very kind of soft, subtle colours, aren't they? But you see, if you put those with one of these, you see they all look lovely. Let me just do that one. You see what I mean? So if you get that bundle to make the bag, you could mix and match all the different colourways, couldn't you? And make some of the bunting out of it. See what I mean? Be lovely, wouldn't it? Okay, right. So, or what I was saying earlier was get some of this, get ½ metre of this, and you could make the bunting, you could fussy cut it, so you could make little houses out of little houses. See what I mean? This fabric is very, very popular. So linen look beach huts. All the linens are going very, very quickly. I'll go through again in a second to go through all of those with you. Okay. Oh, lots of people multi-buying. Lots of people multi-buying. Now, I'm wondering why. That's that bag there. Put that there. Bunting, that. Was the little iron brought across for a reason? Oh, lots and lots of people messaging in about, thank you for your feedback. I think this is brilliant. I was going to buy one of these last time we had it on air, but they completely and utterly sold out. It is the most fantastic little device. You've got the stopper there. You fill it with water because it's a steam iron. Then you can see in here where the water comes up to. You can have steam on or steam off. Steam on, steam off. You can have temperature there. You've got your little light at the front to let you know when it's ready. And then you've got your little catch thing there for your wire to go through. Look at the holes for the steam to come out. Loads and loads of people are messaging in about that. The Prim iron is fabulous. Oh, now Julie. I hope you don't mind me sharing this. Julie has MS and she has a few issues with her holding things. And she said, the reason this is brilliant is because she can hold the iron. Thank you for sharing, Julie. I'm very touched that lots of people message in with their very personal details. And I'm very touched that you feel you can share it with us. But she says, this is going to help you. I suppose it's helped her, so it could help you as well at home, couldn't it? So also, if you have got issues, it's got a bit of weight to it, but it's nothing like picking up a proper iron. But if you see this working, right, it is as powerful as your big steam irons. So Julie, thank you so much for that message. $39.95, they're brilliant. I'll leave that out over here maybe. Oh. Laurie, what a beautiful morning. Post arrived, because the post arrived with sewing quarter package. Pink flamingo, so beautiful, loving the show. Oh, Laurie, that's nice. Who did you buy pink flamingos from? Oh, did I pick? No, I haven't had them this week. Baby brought them off the website. Anyway, enjoy. That's lovely fabric, that one, Laurie. Thank you. I don't know if you mean it's a lovely day, because it's certainly not a lovely day here. Chucking it down. It is. Oh, no, actually, there's a little chink in the... there's a bit of sunshine coming through the chink in the... I don't think there should be a chink, because it's a window frame. But there's a lot of light coming through, so maybe it's got nice outside. Maybe it has got nice outside. Oh, she's in Suffolk. Oh, it's lovely in Suffolk. Are you near Dedham Vale round there? It's lovely, isn't it? Right, John, what's next? Oh, do they? Oh, right. Now, if you want to buy... I didn't see that on my sheet. Oh, okay, so first of all, if you want to buy this rope, separately... I didn't know that. It's called bag cord. Natural. It's right now. It's called natural white. That's white. It's a natural colour. It's definitely not white. But if you want that, how much is on there? Let me have a look. Does it say how many meters it is? It'll say here 2.5 meters. I can see that without my glasses. 2.5 millimeters, and it's 11 millimeters across. That's good, isn't it? £5.15. Then now the eyelets. I have. These are 14 millimeter. Oh, how big are they in the thing then? These are 14 millimeter eyelets, but you do get. Yeah, I thought so. They're not this. They're not these eyelets. They are these eyelets. Don't worry, Mike. I'll just bring it into shop for you. £9.95. £9.95. 14 millimeter eyelets and washers. These are brilliant. You know, I'd have these just for your stash, because how many times do we put a drawstring on something, and rather, you know what I mean? It'd just be fantastic. And then if you get this as well, I didn't realise these were. So this is £9.95. These are £9.95, I should say. This is £5.15. How many do you get? Let me have a look. How many you get? 10. You get 10 in there. And what's brilliant is you get the jobby to put them in with. What do you call it? Tool. Now, it doesn't puncture a hole. Yeah, exactly. Oh, no, I take that back. It's called a piercing tool. Thank you, Michael. Sorry, I was wrong. Timothy. I'm giving Michael the credit now over here because he's staring at me. Yeah, don't stare at me. It puts me off. Oh, Paul messaging said about the iron. Oh, the long lead is amazing. Oh, do you know what, Paul? I hadn't noticed. Look. Look. It's got a really long lead, hasn't it? Thank you, Paul, for that. Oh, brilliant. I know. I knew you'd love it. I loved that iron when I first brought it to you. I'll put it there. Anyway. I'll go across now to the linen, shall I? Go across to the linen. Right. I'll start with the beach houses, if that's all right, because that's the one I've got on the top. Wide, 80% cotton, 20% polyester. Our linen look beach huts fabric, one of the most popular of the hour. Oh, lots of you got it in your baskets as well. Please make sure you check out. Please make sure you check out. It's not a heavy, it's not that heavy canvas. This is a lovely, this almost feels like a heavy, how much, you know, like a dressmaking heavyweight linen. Do you know that, if you're watching the other day, the skirt that Jennifer made out of blue enzyme washed linen, it's like that. It's like that kind of way, except it hasn't got like a dressing in it. It's lovely. Okay, so that's the beach huts. It is a bit like the Christmas ones. If you order the Christmas ones, a bit like the Christmas ones. Nice. Right, that's beach huts. Any particular order? Right, this one's the icons with the yachts and the seahorses, seagulls with the different coloured legs. Well, the same colour, just different shades of blue. The whale's tail. Imagine if you fussy cut that one. That'd be nice if you were to fussy cut that one, wouldn't it? Do you know what? I'd love to know what... Where are you? Where's it gone? There. Because we had the Scandi foxes with those on, didn't we? Well, that's a wave, isn't it, underneath it? They're peak and trough waves. In fact, the one underneath the seagull, it's not a wave, sorry. They're lovely, aren't they? The blues in there are fabulous, like the marine blues, turquoise, and the white. Now, I've got the red, white, and blue patch now. So this is lovely. This is saying America to me for some reason. Not that this time next week I'll be in America. No, I wasn't thinking that, but no. I won't believe it till I'm on the aeroplane, that's the thing. She's so jealous, says she, who's been to Cuba, Spain. She's been somewhere else. Going back to Spain in a few weeks' time. I haven't had one holiday since this time last year. Then she's going to Bulgaria, Uncle Bulgaria. This is the linen look nautical patchwork fabric, $4.95. Red, white, and blue. Look at that. Do you know what? That'd be lovely as a duvet. Not a duvet cover, but a throw over a bed. Oh, Carol with an E has made it into a bag and a purse. Let's have a look. Oh, look at all the pockets. Oh, that's nice. It looks like a helter-skelter, doesn't it? Is it from a pattern, Carol? What plant you got? Listen, I love people's pictures. I love looking what's in the background. Nice framed picture there. Is that cross-stitch in the background? Anyway, thank you, Carol, for that. We always love it when we get pictures of things you've made out of our fabrics that we've brought you. Right, now I've got the same kind of thing, the patchwork, in just the different blues. In fact, they're different icons, I think. Yeah, because the red, white, and blue doesn't have whales on it. I'll put them together. I'll show you this one first. I'll show you this one first. It's the same idea. You've got stripes, you've got seahorses, you've got whales, you've got fish. This is very popular, this one. Oh, Hannah will love this one. Look, the seagulls. Never seen Finding Nemo, so I wouldn't know. But they're very, we used to have Gordon the gull used to come to our house in America last, because the house is on the beach. And used to come and just sit outside, and Julie would just feed it all the time. And then they're stupid seagulls, because what they do is you give them food, you go, right, Gordon, keep quiet. And he goes like this, I've got food, I've got food, I've got food, like that. And all these other seagulls then all come and try and nick his food. You think, you stupid gull, eat the food, then say, I've had food. Not tell them you've got it. Anyway, that's the blue one. I'm just going to show you, it's different to the red one, because the red one has got... Right, so we've got, in the red, we've got polka dot, and we've got different polka dot in the paler one there, but you see you've got anchors in the blue one. Oh, no, you've got anchors in that one, but just in red, white, and blue, so it can be a lot of following my finger around this one. So the red one here is in the bottom, and then the linen look patchwork seaside is the blue one at the top there. They're both £4.95 for half a metre. Okay. Right, okay. I'm very confused. I need a holiday. It's been a long year. So much has changed, hasn't it, Hannah? Well, this time last year... Oh, no, I didn't go till September last year. We'll have been in summer, what's it? Summer madness or something this time last year, won't we? Yes. Wales. This is nice. I like this. They've all got such character, haven't they? All going different directions. Well, not different directions. Two different directions. Some bumping into each other. Having a bit of a whale kiss. £4.95. Blue whale, that one's called. Blue whale. It's nice. I like that one. I am having a whale of a time today. You've been sarcastic again. No? Right. What did you ask? That wasn't a glare. That was... Oh, no! That does worry me. Right, fish, like salmon. Linen look, nautical fish fabric. It was meant to be a... Well, I'm not telling you. It was meant to be a coy little glimpse. Red, white, blue, fish swim. Now, the fishes swim up the fabric. Right, £4.95. Right, this is a glare. This is a coy look. My director can't tell the difference. Oh, I forgot that. Right, anchors away. Ahoy. No, you don't say ahoy anchor, you say anchors away. Ship ahoy, you say. Not anchor ahoy. Oh, mind you, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. Have you seen this week's Game of Thrones or the last episode of Game of Thrones? Oh, there's the most incredible scene. I won't give anything away, but there's the most incredible scene on the ships out at the ocean. It was just... And I hate fight scenes and things like that, but it was just incredible. Did you watch it? Oh, you haven't seen it? Oh, you haven't seen it yet? I won't give anything away who it was or anything like that, but when you see it, it's just the best scene. £4.95. They're lovely, aren't they? No, I won't give anything away, because when I used to be on my last job, I used to work night times, and so I'd be on telly when, the final of X Factor was on, or, kind of one of the competition. I'd say, Strictly Come Dancing or Dancing House. I'd say, please don't tell me. And somebody would text in, go, oh, such one. And I'd be like, Okay, I've got a message from Karen. Morning, John and Jane. Oh, that was from earlier, Jane. Yeah. Loving the show. Your gadgets have made my life... Oh, my word. Your gadgets have made my life enjoyable as I suffer from ME and love sewing when fit enough. Oh, and then, Karen, I've got, and I made, and it cuts out. So if you can let me know, Karen, what you made, that'd be fantastic. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for sharing. Whale bundles now for the bag, maybe. Oh, about the bundles. Margot has messaged him. Margot, no tea on your Margot. That's unusual. Morning, John. Can you tell me how big the duffel bag is, please? Is it as adult or child size? Or I might need Jay to help me. Does it look all right? You wouldn't really do a duffel bag like that, though, would you? Yeah. You could, no, I'm just showing you if you're smaller, got a smaller frame than mine or Hannah's. There you go. Paul always likes it, when Paul's producing me, he always likes me to do modelling. It makes him think that he's, working in Milan or somewhere like that rather than Birmingham. Nothing wrong with Birmingham, just this area. Right. Right, this is the most popular by far. This one's called the navy. This is called the navy. So what you get is you get half a metre. Let me move the bunting out the way. You get half a metre. You get half a metre of the dark blue Wales. That's lovely, isn't it? This is by far in the distance. You get half a metre of the blue fabric. I'm not quite sure what blue that one is. I'd say it was... No, I'm not even going to have a guess. No, it's not ocean. It's what? Oh, that's a new one on me then. Blue sea. I've never seen that one before. Blue sea, that one is called. So you get that half a metre, that half a metre. This, and this for £22.45, which looks like this in an orderly world. One of the first pantos I did, Dame sang that song. It's Material World, we're talking about Madonna's Material World. So that's the most popular, the dark blue one, which is next. The grey one. So this one, you get half a metre of the whale fabric in the grey background. You get the slate, half a metre fabric there. And then I'll let you show the pictures with the everything else you get. So you get the cord, the eyelets, 14mm eyelets, the instructions and the metre of fabric, £22.45. And then last but not least, I like this whale fabric. It's lovely, isn't it? Okay, that's that one. And then last but not least, now, don't let this confuse you, because this is the whale fabric, which is in like a mid-blue. And then it's got the dark blue fabric with it, and it's called the dark blue one, the dark blue duffle. £22. There's the kit. Margot says, oh, Margot's local. She says, thank you, John, very good modelling. Well, Margot, you've got it, haven't you? Sadly, I haven't. All the models I've worked with. Mind you, you know when we used to cast the Bond films, we used to go and choose the Bond girls in the from all the top agencies, and you'd have their modelling cards, and you go, oh, she's nice, whatever. And then they walk into the door, and you go, which one's she? She doesn't look anything like... And in real life, you say, I could be a supermodel if I wanted to be, but I just chose not to be. Right, you did what? I know. Hannah feels like that in real life, you know. I've got these two other bundles very quickly, they show you. Hannah. She's saying whenever Hannah dresses up to go out, she looks absolutely stunning, right? Absolutely stunning. No, I'm just saying, when she comes into work in here, you'd never know it was the same girl. She got in the car this morning. She got in the car this morning, and the first she said, I'm sorry about what I'm wearing, John. That was her first. I don't know what I've come dressed as today, John. I actually think she looks quite nice today. I didn't like to say, well, that's not your worst by a long way. The worst is when she wears her disco top. And she thinks she's Christmas bauble. Don't know what you're laughing about, Jay. At least her clothes fit her. Nautical blue fabric bundle. I'm a large now. Yeah, I can see that, Jay. Stretched across your tummy. £11. And we did the worst thing, Hannah said this morning. Oh, Jay, you've lost weight. That's it now. He's walking around like he's, Twiggy. Right, a lot of you won't know who Twiggy is, but never mind. You will, but they won't, all the, these children that work here. They're all saying, I know Twiggy. I've worked with Twiggy on several occasions. No, Jay's got no idea what I'm talking about. Anyway, Jay got a degree, this time last year, Jay got a degree. Yeah, they're cheap these days, aren't they? Nautical blue fabric. You get the biscuit, the blue, and the linear print in there. Oh, Julie. Hello, John, please. Oh, Jasper. I had to read out a message to Jasper earlier from Julie in Greater London, and he missed it. Jasper, how are you? Right, moving on. I must probably have terrified the life out of him now. He's only 5. I'll have traumatised him. Yeah. There we go. Mind you, that's the way my friend Dulcie used to get her daughter Sadie to go to bed. She used to text me, because I used to be on in the evenings, and say, Sadie's just made a hot chocolate. And I'd go, Sadie, put that hot chocolate down and go to bed. And she grew up as a child thinking I could see into their lounge. Anyway. I can see into all of your lounges. Yes, I can. Margot. Right, so you've got 3 half metres here. You get the linear red, you get the vanilla, and you get the bright red there. For £11.45. She said, I'd get these or that one and mix and match them with the other bundles I've got here for the duffel bags. No, you're not in your lounge at the moment. Your telly's not on. We can only see it when it's on, Timothy. Well, your telly could be on, but there's nothing in the room, is there? There's nobody there to see what's going on. Right. Oh, Terry's messaging. Good morning, John. This is our last morning of interrupted viewing. Uninterrupted viewing, that's what I said, yeah. My friend and I are going home to Wales. My family are returning tonight. I'm confused, because it then cuts off then, Terry. Good morning, John. This is our last morning of uninterrupted viewing. My friend and I are going home to Wales. My family are returning tonight too. Christine, hi, one job, John. Do you have violets in gold? And what colour were they then, Christine? Are these all silver? Jay? Where's Jay gone? He was here. Jay? Yes, he's crying in the corner. No, I can't say anything about Jay because he wore one of my shirts, didn't he, on the sale day, and it fitted. Can you go and ask the scheduling, not the scheduling, the buying department if we're going to get brass eyelets for Christine? Right, where is he? I'll get him to come in. Could you ask the buying department, don't you pull that face at me. Oh! You wait till I see Danny and Elaine. Could you ask the buying department if we're going to get those in brass, please? Thank you, Jay. Oh, they're so rude sometimes. The youth of today. I'm not a teacher anymore. I'd be shouting at them all the time, wouldn't I? I always did, anyway. I do what? Could you see what? The rope? Yes, of course you can. This comes, it's not rope. It's bag handle. Or a giant shoelace. Or, remember our lovely friend Aisha? She used to have her hair done like this all the time. And Cora, didn't they? Anyway, I don't know why I'm sitting here stroking it. It's called bag cord or cordon pour sac. Yes, is that a yes? At some point, Christine, we will be getting those in brass. Just not yet. I don't know. Oh, I know, I can't say. Taschen cordel. You're welcome. 2.5 metres of it, 11mm wide. Well, no, I think you could decorate with that. They've got on here duffel bags, handbags, and I'm not quite sure. Oh, that one down there is how you stitch it, or how it was stitched up. Oh, it's telling you that there's a central core inside for strength. So, so duffel bags or lovely tote bags with knotted at the end there. It's 100% cotton. You can hand wash it at 30 degrees. Oh, dear. Now, you see, I've got it in French and German and English on the front there. I've got it in Dutch, tas good. I've got it in Italian, cordoncino per borsa. I don't know what language this one is, or that one, and definitely not that one. Donna sent me a translation in. John, are you the same off-air as you are on air? Because you make me laugh. Donna in Gloucester. No. I'm as miserable as sin. In real life, I'm miserable. Ask Jane. When Jane comes back on in the next hour, we'll ask her. I'm very quiet at home. I'm only because I sit there on my own. You can't really... when I'm talking to the cats, my neighbours think I'm crazy because I open the door and go, Norman, I'm home. And he comes trotting down to see me and everything. Am I the same? I am. If this is me. This is really me. But some people, I hate it when people expect you to perform. So when you meet new people and they go, oh, you must meet my new friend John, he's fabulous. And they sit you at a dinner party and expect you to perform at the end of the table. And I just go, you know, lost a few friends. Oh, no, that wasn't coy or a glare. That was how very dare you. You have to get the movement in with it, you see. That's why you got confused earlier, because I did the look at them when I was holding. In fact, that they could only see my eyes, you see, and they thought it was a glare. Oh, you'd know. Timothy, it's definitely not lust. It's only 11:15 on a Monday morning. I do apologise, anybody at home, if you're having your 11s, the thought of me getting lustful. Have we done the eyelets? They only come in the silver tone. £9.95. All I know, that's got an umlaut over the O, so I wouldn't know how to say that one. Osen mit Scheiben. Eyelets with washers. Why is the last one then in 3 languages and that one was only in 2 languages? That's weird, isn't it? Well, they did. Oh no, on the back. On the back, it's in even more languages. Oh, there's the. I can't even say that. Ouettes avec rondelle. Ouettes. I got a grade A in my French O level, I'll have you know. Oh, I loved French. I struggled with German at school, and they didn't even put me up for the Latin class. What would you like me to do now? I've got a question about the iron, I've got a question about the linen. So let's go and do the linen look first. Leslie said, if I buy 3 units of Seaside, will it come in one piece? Yes, Leslie, it will. And, sorry, it'll also come in a box. Come in a box. It might be a bigger box than that, or a smaller box than that, but it'll always come in a box. Right, was that the question? You made me walk all over the way here for one question. I might as well go through the fabrics while I'm here, though. Oh. So which one should I start with? Beach huts. Right. This is if you've got this in your basket, you need to check out. That's all I'm saying. I'm not surprised it's gorgeous. Look at that. Seagulls and boats and beach huts. Is there a lighthouse? Oh, yes, a lighthouse there as well. It's very close to the lighthouse, that sailing ship. But that's a smiley face, that one. Now, if a smile, does that look like a glare? Right, anyway, let's move on. Don't, because Jay's just walked in. You'll get the wrong idea. So that's beach huts. Which other one would you like to see while I'm over here? The 2 patch ones. Now, this is incredibly popular, this one. You do need to check out your baskets. You've got this one as well. This is the red, white, and blue. Obviously, this is a metre I'm showing you. You're getting half a metre, but you can have as much as you want. £4.95 though. Let me show you what half a metre is. Most people have bought a metre who've bought this one, but I just want to show you, if you bought half a metre, that's what you get with half a metre. Still, because look at the width. That's a falling over look. £4.95 for half a metre. Linen look nautical patchwork. It's lovely, isn't it? The red, white, and blue makes it very, very, well, I said American, but also very seasidey. The vibrancy of the red is lovely, isn't it? Love the way they've mixed the red, white, and blue on the linen look background. And then the blue on blue on blue with white and cream and beige. This is the blue one. I love the seahorses and the whale's tails on this one. Graphics coming in. Patchwork seaside fabric, £4.95 for half a metre. It's lovely, isn't it? Really lovely. Now, to say we have a picture. Christine, I wonder if it was Christine that just messaged in. From Christine. Well, let's have a look at the bag. Oh, that's lovely. I love that one. She's making beach bags. She needs island cord. Well, I've got it. Oh, yes. Oh, make sure you check out your basket, Christine, my love. She said she was going to use rope to do as the cord, but ours is a proper bag handle, so it's perfect. I like that fabric. What is that, applique underneath? The grey and the pink underneath, Christine. That's nice as well. I like the way that you've decorated, you know, kind of you've styled your picture. Oh, is it an ironing board? Oh, is it an ironing board? Is that pink and grey an ironing board then? Oh, is it? Oh, I thought it was a nice cushion. Oh, posh ironing board. Right. This is the most popular of the whale bundles. They're lovely, aren't they? Really, really lovely. You've got the very dark blue background, like a navy blue background. It comes with this blue fabric and your rope, or your bag handle rope, and your eyelets, and your instructions. There's the kit. Oh, right, now, just so you know, when everyone's checked out their basket for this, that's presuming that everybody's only bought one. There'll be 7 left, but some people might have multi-bought. That's lovely. Right, so that's called the navy. That one. In the navy. Right, then we've got the mid-blue one, which is lovely. This is very fresh. So this one is the next most popular, but they're called this dark blue because this is dark blue, but that's obviously mid-blue, the navy, the whale fabric. £22.45. Kits there, you get the cord, the eyelets. Right, when everyone's checked out, presuming everyone's having one, there's only 15 of those left. Brand new kit today as well. Brand new kit today. And then we have the grey one. Oh, we had a question about the iron as well. I'll show you the iron in a second, I promise. This is the grey. Oh, actually, do you know what? I will tell you about the iron, but I will keep it out. I'll switch it on in the next hour. And it needs to be... I will have to ask Jane if she wants any steam for the next hour, that's all. Blue and grey duffel bag. This is the grey. You get the grey, the slate... plain fabric with it. You get the eyelets, you get the bag rope. Oh, yeah, they've got big triangles on that one, and seagulls going the wrong way. I do like this fabric. Yeah? Different companies has got the triangles. Maybe I'll have to look into it. Nice, isn't it? Lovely. That's the grey one there. Right, just a quick look at the iron. Oh, got ages. I thought it was rushing off. There we go. Right, the iron, apart from the fact, no, it has a very long lead. Lead up to the auction, the same. I love it. I love it. We've had so many people coming in saying how much they love this iron. It is the Prim Mini Steam Iron. So the thing is, it's a brilliant, brilliant steam iron. So you got the little top there. You put the water in there, and the little plug just to keep it all in. These little windows show you how much water you've still got in there. Then you've got your button, steam on, steam off, steam off, steam on. Then you've got the little red light there. Oh no, you've got your dial there for your temperature. Then you've got your little red light at the front there. Then you've got the clasp here to put the wire in, to keep your wire out of the way. There's your steam hole. At $39.95, and I mean, I hadn't even noticed how brilliant. Because how many times you're ironing, like the one we've got in there, right? And you're ironing your shirt, you can't get to the end of the sleeve length. Oh, John, we need you in our lives, says Janet, both happy and miserable. We will take you as you are. Oh, I'm being miserable. Oh, see, I'm miserable at home, you mean? Thank you, Janet. You're very kind. Christine, couple of updates from Christine. She's checked out her cord. Oh, and she sent an image. Oh, it was an ironing board cover. Oh, my word. I think Christine's slightly crazy. Look. How lovely. She loves beach up fabric. So hang on, there's a cushion, a bag. What are the two things at the front? They placemats. Bunting. Because look at the binding around the edge, those two at the bottom. Wonder if they're placemats then. Oh, Christine, thank you. And it's not often I see bunting on a sofa. Does it live there all the time? Or have you just styled another picture? Oh, I know. Debbie Shaw does that, doesn't she? With hers, she puts bunting on everything. When she goes to the photoshopping counter. Right. Right, that's lovely, that beach hut, isn't it? Very, very popular. Very, very popular. In fact, what should I do now for my last minute? Oh, okay, brand new. Two things brand new today. The cord. Somebody put on Facebook the other day that they didn't like the way I say, what do you want to see next? They become very unprofessional. I think it's quite nice because we'll get to see what you like, don't you? 2.5 metres. You get here for £5.15. Oh, I've lost you. Oh, Nicola. She's not very well, Nicola. So normally Nicola says it. Get better soon, Nicola. Is it Nicola in Oxfordshire? Yeah, get better soon, Nicola. Brand new today, eyelets. We're waiting for the brass-coloured ones. We have the silver-coloured ones here, 14 millimetres, and the jobby to put them in on with. And the instructions, and in all the different languages, £9.95. Right, do not go anywhere. Jane is up next. Let's see, has anyone woken her up? Apparently she's having her hair done. I'll see you in 3 minutes from now. Oh, she's doing scallops. Not with chips. Cushion cover. I'll see you in 3 minutes from now.
Follow us on Instagram. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to get our latest posts.
Today I'm going to be showing you how to do the herringbone stitch. This is a stitch that's used for holding 2 layers of fabric together, and its construction makes it ideal for things like stretch fabrics because the stitches will move with the cloth. It's also a really nice decorative stitch. So I'm going to start with my needle and thread. Now I'm actually using embroidery thread so you can see what I'm doing, and I've also put a knot in the end. So starting from the wrong side of the fabric, we're going to go through to the top. And we're actually going to be working from left to right, but you can also work right to left, whatever's comfortable for you. And we're going to start with a diagonal stitch going up. So that's our first stitch. Now you're going to come back on yourself and to the left of that stitch, but this time we're going to come down. You want to try and keep this as even as possible, so you can see that we've created our first cross. Now again, going from the left to the right, we're going to create our stitch. So you can see we've got a cross there and a cross there. So there we have our herringbone stitch.
Join us at the quilting event of the year this summer. From the 10th to the 13th of August, we'll be at the Festival of Quilts at Birmingham NEC. Come to the Sewing Quarter Cafe, where you can meet our presenters and enjoy a spot of English paper piecing with special guests, including talented quilter Jo Carter. And on Sunday the 13th of August, join me, John Scott, and designer Mandy Shaw at the Sewing Quarter Workshop. Learn how to make Mandy's redwork Christmas decorations and take home a free iron-on pattern transfer to help you get started. If you fancy being part of the fun, head to www.thefestivalofquilts.co.uk and use the voucher code SEWQ17 for £2.50 off adult tickets and £1 off concessions. We hope to see you there. How cute is this? How lovely is this? Look at all these lovely little scalloped edges here. But it takes forever. Lovely, isn't it? Jane's back. She's going to show us how to make this cushion. It's got an, I was going to say it's got an elephant back then. It hasn't got an elephant back at all. It's got an envelope back. But before we do that, we've got 4 bundles. 4 bundles to show you how very close, Jane, isn't it? It's just when it's good. Just when it's you making it, isn't it, really? Anyway, 4 bundles. Now, with this bundle, you also get the book. You also get the book. In the bundle, you get the book. Now, that one there that Jane's already made, shall I start with that one? So that's up this end here. Looks like an awful lot of fabric you get here, doesn't it? It's beautiful. You get 1/2 metre of each of these. So the blue, the cream, the pink, and the linear, I think it's peacock, that one, is it? And the thread, and the book. Oh, it's called electric glue. Electric blue, scallop cushion kit, book, fabric and thread, £36.45. There you go. Now, if I well, never mind. Right, then we're going to go on to the one that Jane's actually using for her demonstration, which we love these colours. When we read them out, because Hannah and I just had the paperwork to start with, and we read them out, and it said ecru, port, oh, hang on, it's gone. Grenadine and ochre. That's grenadine and ochre. We went, ooh, that won't work. We love this. We love that combination. It's called retro spice. There's nothing spicy in there, but the retro spice with the thread and the book, £36.45. You're getting 2 metres of fabric, remember? What? Right, I've got 2 more to take you through now. They're both beautiful. Oh, in fact, all 4 of these bundles are adorable. I'll do this one next. So you get the blue linear in this one. You get grey. You get a pale coral. And you get like a biscuit colour in this one. Vintage summer with the thread, 2 metres of fabric. The thing is, you might not want to make this from the book. You could make one of the other mini quilts in the book, because we'll go through that in a minute. Because Jane's made one of the mini quilts from this book, haven't you? With one of the little orange thingies going across it. And then last but not least, this is nice. This is soft and gentle colours in this one. You've got the linear at the bottom there. Oh, you can't see it. There you go. Linear at the bottom. Then you've got it's called Purple Haze, this one. Really, really lovely colours. Then you've got the thread, and you've got the book. Oh, yeah, that's photographed up like a velvet, hasn't it? They are all cottons. They're all Macawa cottons. Really lovely. £36.45. I've got a book over there. Right. Where's that on there? Let me just move that there. I'm here. Only just. Let me just unplug that because we've got ironing to do. Hello.
Hello.
Did you have a nice sleep?
Oh, lovely, thank you, yeah.
I shouldn't really sleep. That was just me. let's put that over. First of all, I love all this detailing. Does it take forever?
No, it's quite straightforward, really.
Okay, then. Well, you can straightforward take us through it then. Shall I put that on that side there? Whereabouts in the book is it? It's on page 101 in the book. Actually, shall we have a quick shimmy through the book before we... you haven't written any notes in this?
No.
Look, there, that's the one. That's the quilt, the mini quilt that Jane's made before.
This lady's made it into a bag.
Made it in different fabrics there. Oh, is that made into a bag?
Yeah.
Oh. This is lovely. This is so gorgeous, this book. Lots and lots of detail and telling you how to do different techniques. But then... carrying on with the technique. Look, that's the one you made, wasn't it, there?
Yes.
The modern graphic quilt. It's very little. All the pieces in that are very little. Look, you can see on the picture there. Then we've got all the different... Where did I miss the front page of that one, then?
Yeah, I think it's stuck.
Are the pages stuck together? Yes, there they are. There he is. One job, John. Can't even turn a page in a book these days. Semolina, that one. Is that what it's called? It's nice, isn't it? I love semolina. Frayed Star. That's a bit like me, isn't it? I should say Frayed Has Been. That's what it should say. Right, Jane, we want you to make this.
Now?
Right? Not now. But one of your projects, we want you to make that one.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Could you do that?
I think I could.
No, I didn't mean as in could you do it. I know you could do it. This is lovely. We love this one as well. Except Hannah wonders where the llama is. She wants a llama in it. She's got this new phase on llamas now. Silhouettes in fabric. We could make this for that man that's got the Shetland pony. In Halland's Village, there's a man who takes his Shetland pony to the supermarket with him. Oh. There is another man who pushes a pram with a monkey in it, and he's got those red uniform jackets on, and then a Roman helmet with the brushes on it.
Oh, right.
It's not a real monkey before you send him. Well, now somebody's made this one, haven't they? Was it Joy made that one? Joy to the world. Oh, that's nice. That mallard. Look. Now, Hannah, isn't that the technique you've used for your block?
Yeah.
Paper piecing.
Foundation piecing. Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. Did you see the one on Instagram that Joe had done of the camera? Oh, that was incredible, wasn't it? That's what we're making. I was going to come back to it. This is the one we're making because I wanted to talk about the templates and the shapes and everything, but I will come back to that. Crazy quilt, Hannah. They're just like, there's so many projects in it. Look at that one. Beautiful, isn't it? And then you've got the mini quilt projects. There's that one again that she's made into a bag. Oh, I see. So what they've done is they've taken the projects they've made, the quilts they've made earlier, and turned them into a project. So what they've done?
They've made a larger throw, so you can use the same technique but make it bigger.
Tabletopper. You see what I mean? Okay, let's go back to Scalloped, it's called. Scalloped. They've just done it as a quilt on here, haven't they? But take me through the
technique.
Process.
Technique for the... I'm going to show you how to make the scallops because everything else is strips.
Right.
Which is quite straightforward.
When I was little, my nan used to make scallops, but they weren't fish because they don't eat meat or fish. You know the crinkle... You might not remember this. We used to have a cutter to make chips that were crinkle cut. She used to cut the potato like that and fry them, and that was a scallop where I came from, up north.
Yeah, I know it as a scallop rather than a fish.
That little fishy thing.
Yeah.
And they always do those funny little scallops on Come Dine With Me, don't they? And they all look like a bit... Oh. I'm sure they're very nice. Anyway, go on. Scallop shows how to make a scallop.
So in the book is a template.
Right.
Which you need to...
it's little?
Yeah. Well, you need to enlarge it 200%.
Oh, Hannah.
So
the block Hannah did, she reduced by 100%. But surely that makes it nothing if you reduce something by 100%.
It makes it tiny, doesn't it? So I went to my local library and said, can you enlarge that?
Have you not got a photocopier?
I don't know how to do it 200%. I don't know how it works out because if you double it up, it's not the same. So
that's only 100% if you double it.
Yeah. So I just went to the library because it was easier and it's only up the road.
Yeah.
So they enlarged that for me. So I then ended up they photocopied it first, then they enlarged it.
Okay. So that's 200 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 200 times the size, is it?
Yeah.
But you need more than that, surely.
Yes, so then you have to make, according to the instructions,
101.
you make 3 copies of that. So you've got 3 pieces.
Right. Remember, you get the book in the kit, so you don't have to worry about getting the book or anything.
So you've got 3 pieces, and you then have to make that into 5 scallops. So you join 2 pieces together so you can just see the edge through the paper.
Yeah.
And then you cut one of these.
Well, it's a bit wasteful. They're not paper scissors.
No, I was just going to do it and then I'm changed my mind.
But you can put it underneath.
You can put it underneath like that. So you end up with a piece, that's your pattern.
Oh, okay.
With the 5 scallops.
Right.
Okay.
The fabric in the bundle there, the electric blue one, which is the one this is made out of, and then the one down here is called the Retro Spice, which is the one we're using. So
you lay your pattern piece on your fabric that you've decided, whichever colour you've decided to use for your scalloped edge.
Oh yeah, because that's going to look very different depending on what colours you use, isn't it?
You know,
why did you use the cream on that one, and why are you using the biscuit on this one?
I chose the paler colours
as your scallops.
Purely because the lady that's done the book has used the pale colour for the scallop.
Okay, but you could make it look completely different by if you used the bright, the orange or the ochre as your scallops, and then put the pale background behind it, would look completely the opposite.
You get a lovely rich effect, wouldn't you? So pin the pattern piece. It's doubled over. It's double layer fabric.
Right.
So 2 layers of fabric. Obviously, if it's got a pattern on it, you want them wrong sides together.
And also, you want them to think about which way if you're doing, not that we've got one in our bundle, but if you've got a pattern on it, you want to know which way the pattern's going to go on it.
You could have quite good fun with stripy fabric, couldn't you? Making it.
Yes, we can make them either going down or going along.
Yeah.
Has this got seam? Is that the seam allowance on here?
Yes, the seam allowance is included on the pattern piece.
So they're very little. They look quite deep scallops on the thing, but actually in reality they're not that deep.
They're not very deep at all. No.
Okay.
So drawing around the pattern piece.
Oh, you didn't just cut it out?
No, because there's a little.
John.
There's a little bit of an extra.
Oops.
Extra bit. You can see I've done that a lot when I've been doing it. And you draw down
with a ruler, preferably.
Well, I don't think it matters too much because it's your seam allowance.
Oh, it's going into the seam anyway.
So it goes
that
into the seam anyway.
You see, now that sort of frightens me, a little 1/4 inch seam like that, because I like in dressmaking, you have 5/8 of an inch there, and you feel more comfortable with that going into a seam than a 1/4 inch seam length.
You're going to need 6 of these, and what the lady's done in the pattern book hasn't come out particularly well. We'll go over that again.
I can't even see it.
You can't even see it, can you? Let's use another marker pen that's a bit deeper.
This is different. This is different to the normal ones.
That's an air erasable one.
Yeah, but it's normally a thicker end to it than that.
Because it was a fine one, but we'll go with the dark one.
I don't know what this is. I'll get it to bring it to you, Hannah, because it's different to the other ones, and maybe we've changed it, but we need to find out, don't we? So when Jay's in next, I'll give it to you. So we're now using the water erasable one rather than the air erasable one.
Yeah, it doesn't matter really because you're going to cut along it.
So. Oh yeah. I only asked because what happened was the other day Joy had the air erasable one, and we'd used it so much it had run out. So I told Amy to swap it for another one, and I don't know if they've swapped it for the wrong one. That's all. So I'll just find out. Please.
Okay, so you've got the one.
Yes.
And then you flip it over.
Oh, and because it's got the seam allowance in it, you can put it along the line.
Along that line. I'm just going to pin that down again.
You just drew around that one without pins.
I know, but I think it was a bit wobbly.
Jay, could you check this for me? It's not the right nib. You know the end is normally like this one, and that's a very, very fine one. I don't know if we're selling the fine one now, whether it's just the wrong one. Now, Hannah was saying she'd make her scallops out of cardboard.
Yeah, you could do that. I mean, it would depend on how many...
It was Hannah that was speaking, wasn't it? Or, I don't know if we've got it in stock anymore, you know the plastic...
yeah, template plastic.
Template plastic, that'd be good. Then it's always there in your,
if you're
in your kit, isn't it?
You've got it then for...
Forever.
Forever.
Or until the plastic
and you can make as many as you want.
Yeah. But also, you don't just have to use scallops for this. You can use scallops for all sorts of...
Yeah, it makes an attractive finish to your
Yes.
cushion.
So that's going to make 4.
That's actually going to make 2, because it's doubled over.
Yes, so you're going to cut out 4, but it's only make actually 2, and you've got 4 on the thing, so...
Yeah. Now, you do that 3 times. So you've got 6
Oh, yes,
scallops.
because the one at the top. 1, 3 times, so you've got 6. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah.
So I'm just going to pin
You
these.
don't do this. 1, 2... Oh, yes, you do.
You make 3 lots of 2.
Yes, yeah.
Now I'm going to sew it along.
Oh, before you cut anything?
Yeah.
So that's why you're turning into Tilda. She does that, doesn't she?
What I did do, because this is the beginning of each scallop, I just did a bit of reverse stitching there, just to strengthen that bit of seam.
I'm going to move that out of your way because I won't be able to see you stitching if I do that.
Switch the machine on, that helps.
Didn't mean to reach across those. Oh, power. We got any? Switch it on again.
That's it, switched
There
on.
you go.
There we go.
So you're just going to stitch now.
Around the edge with
Actually
a quarter
on the line or inside the line?
with your 1/4 of an inch. You're going to go with the edge of your foot if you've got a 1/4 inch
Yes.
mark on you, just inside.
But if you wanted slightly deeper scallops, you could actually go on the line, could you not?
Yes, you could make
Oh,
them.
hang on. Yeah, because you've got enough room here. If you want them a bit deeper, you could just stitch actually on the line. You're right there.
Yeah, I'm just moving my needle across to get the
There's
1/4 of an
91
inch.
positions.
I don't know what to say to that. Right, okay.
Oh, that's it. You got the right one now. There you go. You've got the right pen now. So where does that other one come from, Joe? Whatever that means. In TV chat, what does that mean?
So I've just done a little bit of a reverse and then just taking my time because it's quite fiddly to start with, just keeping
You're telling me.
just on the edge. I think I've got a bit of a wider than 1/4 of an inch here, but
Oh, yes, your needle's not far enough across yet, is it?
no.
But it doesn't matter, we're giving you an idea.
But
Which is why I think it'd be easier to stitch on the line, personally.
I think if you know your machine and you know where your 1/4 of an inch is,
Yeah.
it's quite straightforward because you keep the edge of the...
Yeah. Oh, yes, Hannah's saying she'd have to do this really slowly.
Yeah, you need to take your time. And I mean, when you're doing it...
You can do the hem on your kimono like this, Hannah. Or is that finished now? Oh, it's finished now. I never judge you, Hannah. Oh, okay. She says she's not very good at the neatening of things at the moment.
Well, if it's inside, it doesn't
But
matter.
the next
does
thing
it?
she's going to learn is a French seam. Just pick the most difficult, though, doesn't she, out of all the seams? Once you've got the hang of a French seam, though, Hannah, it's very easy. It's just that because you go against all the rules to do it, don't you?
Yeah,
So-
because you put right sides together
Together, yeah,
first, don't
exactly.
you? And then...
So are you going to carry on right the way across, or are you going to stop?
I'm stopping here and I'm going to do a bit of reverse. And then I'm going to carry on.
Right. Only because you're going to cut that in a minute,
Yeah,
aren't you?
and
So
I'm
you
going-
can see it because of this. That's the problem. You can't see it because of that.
And I'm reversing again because that's the beginning of the next one. Just so that it just strengthens it, because you're going to turn it right to the other side, the right way round.
Yeah.
And you're cutting through that line of thread, it just strengthens it.
Have you got any questions for Jane? Everyone's intently watching like I am. Gone very quiet. I wasn't going to, but we have to leave the building by 12:30, don't we? I've got 2 meetings this afternoon. If we go out, then I have to leave the minute we get back in, if that's all right. Yes, because some people are doing filming in our inspiration space.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, so we've done that. So we're going to cut it out.
Now you're cutting out on the line now.
On the line. Again, you know, it's your seam, so
yes.
Don't worry too much.
And would you always use little scissors like that?
I would probably use bigger scissors than this if I was more organised and had asked Jay for them in the first place.
Oh, okay.
But these are fine.
You can blame Jay if you want. That's
no,
what
it's
he's
my
here for.
fault. My fault, because I am not organised. But these
You're
work.
the most organised person I know. It's working.
Yeah, it does the job. And probably smaller scissors are, you know, you can be a little bit more accurate with them.
Yes.
Now, you cut all the way round there, but I'm not going to because that's a bit
rebel.
Boring, isn't it, watching me cut round a shape.
Yeah.
So once you cut all the way round, you then cut down the middle line.
Okay, but it's a bit like when we do the colouring in fabric. I'll start colouring in fabric. It goes quiet for 20 minutes and everyone texts in going, oh, it's really addictive watching you colouring in. Yes. So I think it's the same with the cutting out, isn't it, really?
So just cut down that middle line once you've cut it all out.
Yeah. And
then you're going to snip around the curves. So as close as you can do it comfortably but without snipping through the threads.
Oh, now that's an unusual one. So you've cut straight down into the point and then just two little snips either side of it. One either side.
And I will snip around the curve as well.
Will you cut anything out or will you literally just do a snip?
I just did snips. I know that you can, it probably would lie flatter if you then took out bits of it like
Depends
that.
how much time you've got, doesn't it, really?
Yeah. I mean, you can take your time when you're doing it for yourself. Just need to be careful that you don't go too close and cut through your thread. If you do, just take it back under the machine and sew it again.
Yeah.
It's, you know.
Have you done that before then?
Yes. Several times. It's when you turn it through and you're pushing it and you think, oh no, I've got a hole in it now.
Just be more gentle.
Yeah, well, this is it. You just have to be... These are lovely scissors because they're nice and sharp at the end.
Yeah.
So you can get quite close and accurate. But if your scissors aren't very sharp or they haven't got a very fine point, you can get a little bit too close and end up cutting through your stitches.
Or if you lift it up above the table and not keep it flat on the table, that sometimes doesn't help, does it?
No, sometimes when you're wafting it around.
Yes.
It's not a good thing.
And you've got millions of people watching you on telly.
Oh, don't say that. I just pretend it's just you watching me. I don't think about anybody else.
And then there's millions.
And so then you're just turning it through.
Right.
So just pull it through. Give it a bit of a tug, but not too much, just in case you have snipped through your stitches. So you turn it through.
This colour reminds me, my mum, when I was little, used to make, or not my mum, but my nan used to make these like candy kisses, like cakes.
Oh, yeah.
And the icing used to be this colour, or the filling used to be this colour, and they were just delicious. I've got such a sweet tooth. I am hungry, but...
Yeah, you're making me
I'm
hungry.
also having What?
You're making me hungry.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, it's a long time.
You've had a 2-hour break. You could have gone out for a 3-course dinner.
I could have done
lunch.
I didn't dare because I thought if I can't get back in.
There's a doorbell. They will let you in, you know.
Right, I'm going to press this now.
Oh, you've got them. It's the little iron. It's the
little
little
iron.
iron. It's the little iron.
Yeah.
It's
Use this lovely little iron because it's just perfect for this. You want to just make sure that you've pulled your seam out as much as you can.
I am listening. I'm just very busy doing my snips and I'm concentrating.
And then press it. Press it flat.
So I think, you see, there's no steam on there. I've only ever used that little iron with the steam in it, but it's for a little iron, it's incredibly powerful, isn't it?
It's lovely.
And a lot of people say that the handle on the top, if you have dexterity issues...
Yes, that's nice and ergonomic, is that the word?
Yes, that is the word. And also, it's got weight to it, but it's not as heavy as your normal iron, is it?
No, that's the first time I've used that. That's lovely.
But also, we don't have steam in it. If you put steam in, you think, oh, this little iron won't be any good at steam. It absolutely shoots the steam out at you, yeah. Oh, do you want to come back now?
Yes, please. Thank you.
I will go and look at the other bundles in a minute. The two most popular are the ones that Jane's used, the one that she's using, and the one she's already made. I'm a bit busy doing my chopping out yet.
So you're going to have 6, ultimately.
1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. You're going to end up with 5 if I do mine.
Because I've already...
you've already done 6?
I've done a bit of prep already, so I've used some. But you will have 6 like this.
Okay.
And because we've got plain
This
fabric...
is Retro Spice that we're using here, by the way.
Because we've got plain fabric, it's the same both sides. And it would be, I think, even if you used a pattern, wouldn't it? You wouldn't.
Okay, I've got a quick question before you go any further. I've snipped all of mine. Did you literally just turn it through like that?
Yeah, just turned it through and give it a bit of a...
Did you have to use a Derek the Dobber?
No, I just used my finger.
It's very, they're very shallow, aren't they, really?
Yes. And you think, are they going to be wide enough? Are they going to fit in? But they do.
Yes, that's what I'd be frightened of at this stage. Oh, mine looks a little bit like a
twist a little
skin
bit.
off a sausage, mine looks like. Right, so what do you do next then?
So on the pattern at the top, she tells you exactly how many to cut of each colour. Right. So you need 3 strips that are 3 inches wide by 16.5.
Right, they're just coming in to have a look at that.
That's it there.
They're just coming. Are you coming in, Timothy? There you go, there you go, there you go.
And then the pink is 3 3/4 inches wide by 16.5. And you only need 2 of those. So the 3-inch strip is the one that I've used of the blue.
Pull it into shot. You're right to pull it into shot.
On the blue there. So that's the 3-inch strip.
The blue.
The blue.
Yeah.
And the one that goes behind the scallops is the pink on here. So that's the 3 3/4 inch. So when you're planning your colours where you want to have them,
yeah,
that's how you'll decide. So just, make a note somewhere or change it on your book or whatever you want to do. So you know which colour you're going to cut into which width of strip. So I've cut, with this one, I've used the linear as my red.
Yeah.
And this, what colours?
Grenadine.
This grenadine as my pink. So I cut 3 strips of the linear. Is it pumpkin? Was it the linear? Is that
linear pumpkin? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah.
And 2 strips of the yellow.
Oh no! Hang on. Sorry, that's grenadine. That's ochre. Sorry, that was my bad.
Sorry, that's okay.
It's because I'm busy concentrating on the scallops. I wasn't listening to you. See.
So what you're going to do then is you're going to, on your first strip, the 3-inch strip, you're going to pin your scallop on. Now, don't worry, because you'll put it on and you'll go, oh my God, it's not long enough.
It's not long enough.
But it's supposed to be, and it does make mention in here that it's the seam allowance.
Are you sure?
Yes. It does work. So
no, I'm good.
You pin that on.
Did you notice this iron had an extra long lead as well?
Oh, that's good.
Right, okay.
So you pin one onto the left side and you put the next one opposite.
It's like the fascia, isn't it, off a gingerbread house, isn't it? I think you mean fascia, Hannah. Yeah.
Now,
She's saying it looks like guttering on a gingerbread house. We mean fascia on the gingerbread man.
I just pinned it on, but I kept the pins near the edge just to keep it on, because what we're going to do is we're going to then sandwich it between the ochre strip that's going to go...
Ochre.
Ochre, sorry.
Ochre's a little, like
That's
a vegetable.
isn't it? Is it ladies'
Fingers, yeah. You could tack it if you wanted to, couldn't you? If
you could, yeah. Or just run a little, again, like we did with the triangle, just run a seam down. Sandwich that between...
So it's like putting a piping in, isn't it, really? Or
yes.
A
flange.
Now, you're not worried it's going to slip, that you're not pinning?
Well, it's pinned to it.
Yeah.
So it's held down, but the pins aren't in the way of me sewing. And I can see that I've got all the layers in between.
All right, then.
I'm just going to move it across a bit
move
more.
Move the needle back to where it was 91 positions.
That's it. I think that should give me a quarter. I'm just going to sew straight down with this. I don't think I need to do any reverse stitching to hold it or anything like that.
Okay, because it's going to go into the seam.
Because it'll go into the seam.
The thing is, if you're a dressmaker, normally you would always do. I always do a reverse stitch, and Hannah's like, "Oh, I always do a reverse stitch as well."
There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's just with patchwork, generally speaking, you're going to be sewing over it again anyway. So
yes, exactly.
You don't need to. This machine's so fast.
Message for Jane. Oh, morning, John. Love your shirt today. Thank you. Ilona. Is that Ilona? Iona. Oh, no, Irene. The mini iron is great. I use mine all the time when patchworking.
Yes, it's really handy to have when you're patchworking because you're always just... It's only a little seam generally.
Yes, I suppose so, yeah.
So I'm going to press...
Oh, you? I didn't realise... I thought we'd finished pressing.
Thank you. So just pressing it to set the seam.
Oh, so setting the seam. No, that's not what's word, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, setting the seam.
And then we're pushing it. Actually, we should have it the other way because we want the scallop to sit against
the ochre.
The ochre. So we're pressing it that way.
Right.
Now this one I haven't done anything with because this is the edge.
Oh, hang on, can't see you. So let's
I'll bring it across.
Oh, all right then.
This one I haven't done anything with. You can do a little bit of a stay stitch if you want to, or tack it, but I've left it pinned.
Right.
Because that's this edge, if you like.
Which edge? The top edge?
Top edge.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be
sandwiched. So that's going to be sandwiched with the backing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, if you didn't want to pin that on yet, in case you're a person who catches your hands on pins all the time, you could leave that
You could leave it off, yeah.
Until you go to put the backing in, couldn't you?
Yeah. So you work your way along, sewing...
Is that on the one I made?
Yes.
Oh.
So you work your way along, sandwiching in between each strip.
Isn't it funny? Hannah and I on paper, like I said, on paper this morning, went, oh, this won't work, but look at those gorgeous colours. Are you just going to stitch down there?
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, because I've made this one already, so that would, if we were doing as we'd started, we'd have that one pinned on.
Yes.
And we've sewn that. We've sewn the grenadine strip to the sandwiched it and sewn it down.
Yeah.
And we're working our way along.
Right.
So we come to the last. You just work your way, sandwiching in between as you go.
If you're going to stitch that, can I go and do fabrics and come back? Don't do anything extra.
Okay.
These bundles are very, very popular. Let's start. Now, remember, in the bundle, you get the book as well. Let's start with Retro Spice, which is the one that Jane is working with right now. Ochre, grenadine, port, and biscuit, and the thread, and the book. £36.45. There it all is. You could do, the thing is, if you don't want to do the scalloped one, there's loads of projects in the book that you could do. Next, shall we do the one that Jane's already made? This is the most popular one. Right, so on this one, you get linear, you get pink, you get cream, and you get the blue, and the blue thread, and the book, for £36.45. That's called the electric blue one, that one. Now, I feel these two have been a little bit left out. They're both gorgeous. They're more subtle. Those two are the vibrant colours. These are the kind of subtle colours, these. Start with this one. So these are kind of, you get the linear blue, you get the grey, you get the pale coral, and you get the cappuccino in the vintage summer scallop cushion kit. You get the book, 2 metres of fabric and the thread, £36.45. It's brilliant to get the book and the fabric and the thread all in there, isn't it? Okay, and then moving on to the last one, which I think is gorgeous. This one will be a very subtle, soft. This would be brilliant if you're in a bad mood, because they say, don't they, cover yourself with lilacs and purples and everything when you're in a bad mood. It'll calm you down. Elizabeth Taylor, when she came across to England to do Little Foxes, she had the whole of her dressing room painted in these colours. Purple haze, 2 metres of fabric, the thread, and the book, £36.45.
Okay.
Right?
So that is the quilt top.
Yes.
Now, in the book, it's what we call bagged. So you put your backing fabric.
Right, so hang on. So in the book, they don't make a cushion cover out of it. They just make a mini quilt. So you'd get some of this first, would you?
Yes.
This is separate to your bundle. This is the warm and white wadding. Now, there's enough fabric in our bundles easily to make the back as well, if you're making a quilt or a cushion, aren't
Yes.
there? So don't worry, you can back it with the fabric you got. So this is £8.95, baby size, 45 by 60 inches, and you'd have lots of that left over as well. So you'd make a layer, would you? A sandwich?
Yeah. I would cut my backing fabric out just slightly bigger than the top, and the wadding the same size as the backing. Mm-hmm. I would put the backing fabric on the top of here. Right sides together if it's directional or printed, with the wadding then on the top of that. Yes. I would then sew all the way around, leaving about a 3-4 inch gap. Right. And then pull it through. Okay. Right. But I didn't do that.
No, okay. But if you are making a mini quilt, when do you quilt it then?
When you're doing a bagging method, you then go on and quilt it.
Because that would worry me that if you haven't stuck anything, that the insides or the backing might move.
On a small project like this, I don't think you have to worry too much. But you can use spray adhesive. Right, which we've got in the website. You can spray your wadding, attach your backing fabric, and then put it on. Okay, you wouldn't, this going against now what she's saying, you wouldn't put your backing and your wadding behind it, quilt it, and then bind it. Yes, you could. If you wanted to. But with this scalloped effect, you wouldn't need a binding, because this is going to form the edge. Okay. And it would just, well, you could still... You could leave it folded in and bind it and have that effect. Yeah. But for this pattern, she wants it sticking out. Or you could do it like you do on a dress. Oh, yeah, anyway. I'll be quiet. What I will say, if you're going to use spray adhesive, spray your wadding and not your fabric, because it soaks into the fabric and you end up just with a gloopy mess. So you just do a fine mist on your wadding and then put your fabric on your wadding. But we're not making a quilt, we're making a cushion cover. Yes. So I did... One here I made earlier. I did the traditional layering it up. So I just put backing fabric, wadding. Okay, this is the port fabric on the back, because we haven't seen the port. So really, for the front, you only need 3 fabrics. Yes. But we've put 4 in. Because we've used the port for the back. Do you know what you could do, though? You could make that stripe out of the port, couldn't you, if you wanted to? And you'd get a lovely effect, wouldn't you, if you use the dark of this port in the middle. Look at that. That would be quite striking, wouldn't it, if you used your 4th fabric in the middle. And that lilac one, which is lovely, if you used the deep purple... Oh, hang on, no, the lilac bundle, you mean? Sorry, not this one. Because with this one, what colour haven't you used on this one? You had the plain blue one that you've not used on. There. So let's have a look at the lilac bundle. What were you saying about that? So you'd put the which one where? You could put the dark purple in the middle. Yes, purple haze. And then do your cream with the scallops and have the pale purple. Yeah, nice. But I do like I like the vibrant colours. They are beautiful, aren't they? Okay, so this is, you've made your sandwich of your lining, and no, your backing,
and your wadding
Yeah.
bigger than your quilting.
Just
and
slightly
then,
bigger.
Yeah, and then where have you quilted then?
I have quilted down the middle bits in stripes, about
Right.
half an inch
Yeah.
apart. I've basically followed the instructions in the book.
Okay.
And then what I did when I quilted this wiggly line here is I put the edge of the quilting foot
Right.
against the edge of the
So
scallop.
you use the walking foot to do that?
Walking foot.
Can we do that again?
Just followed with the edge of the foot. You can move, again, you know, with your walking foot, you can move your needle around
Yeah.
and you can get it and you can have it any width that you want. So I used the edge of the scallop really as my guide as I
Right.
went round
Okay.
and took my time doing that. So I've quilted that.
So that's the inside now of your cushion then?
Yes.
Very
If you were
posh.
doing it as the mini quilt,
Yes.
you'd have bagged that, pulled it through, and you'd
Yes.
have done this, and
Yeah.
that edge then would fold out
Yes,
like
of
that.
course. But we're not doing that.
Because I'm going to make it into a cushion.
Right. Now, I see you've done an envelope back.
Yes.
I prefer cushions envelope back. I can't bear a zip in a cushion personally.
Well, I'm not very good at putting a zip in, so an envelope back for me is a really nice, quick
But first
way
of all,
doing
I
it.
think an envelope back, if you need to take it out and wash it, is easier.
Yeah.
Secondly, if you're lying, like cushions are there for comfort, aren't they? If you're lying on it like this, and then
Yeah,
you wake up, you've got a
the
zip
mark on you,
down
yeah.
your face. Anyway.
So when I'm doing an envelope back, I measure the length of my cushion cover, top,
Right.
divide it by half, and then add 4 inches.
Oh, okay, you just don't automatically do 3/4.
No. So like this is 16 and a half. So I took the half off the
Yeah.
seam allowance. So half of 16 is 8, and then added 4, which is 12, and then put the seam allowance.
Oh, okay, which just happens to work out at 3/4 on this one, but it
Yeah.
might not do on different sizes.
So
right?
12 and a half inches
Yeah,
by the width of it, which is 14 and a half.
right.
So I cut 2 pieces that
Yeah.
size. I take the piece and I hem. So I turn it over 1/4 of an inch
Yeah.
and then 1/4 of an inch again.
Oh, only a little.
Yeah, just an edge.
Yes.
Because I'm always working in 1/4 inches. So
Yeah, I do quite a deep, on a envelope back, I do quite a deep hem.
you can do it as deep as you like, I
whatever you
suppose,
like,
can't
don't
you?
you?
Yeah, you can. And you could do a
I'm not
fancy.
saying you're wrong, don't worry.
You could do a fancy
You
stitch
looked all
on.
hurt there.
You could do a fancy stitch on it if you wanted to make it decorative.
Yes, you could do.
I'm just going to change the foot over.
They're just going onto a normal foot, yeah?
Well, I've got the normal foot on, but I'm going to put the quilting foot on. Not for the hem necessarily.
Yes.
But because I'm going to then
I'll go through
attach
lots of
it,
layers.
so I'm going to attach lots of layers.
Can I just point out the Retro Spice, which is this one that Jane's using? Right, everybody checks out there, but when everyone checks out the basket, there'll be less than 10 left. Just so you get the book, you get those 4 fabrics, you get lots of fabrics. I think you could make a few cushion covers out of this, couldn't you?
I think you could. I think you could probably. I'm not certain, but at the back of that book, it tells you how to make a throw. And I don't know whether there's enough fabric in there to make the throw.
But you know what I'd do is I'd make maybe 3 cushion fronts, but then have like this one with the ochre there. I'd mix and match them. So
Yeah.
the other one I'd make where the ochre is here. I'd maybe make the port, or I'd make the scallop. No, actually, I'd keep the scallops the same colour on all of them and change the variation of the colours at the back.
Yeah, and you'd have a
then
lovely
if you've got more than one cushion in your room, they're all different, but they all tie in, don't
Yeah,
they?
they'd look lovely, wouldn't they? You definitely have enough to make 2, if not more.
Do what?
You definitely have enough fabric to make 2.
Yeah.
I mean, I used all of my biscuit fabric, but that's because I've made like 18, haven't I? No, not quite.
You've used a lot of scallop
I've made
fabric.
a lot of scallops.
Sorry, everyone at home. You all right?
Yeah. Just getting the bottom thread up.
Okay, my scallop apparently is looking like fresh pasta, I'm being told. What are you doing now?
Just putting the bobbin in. I'm okay. I'm
Are you
good.
changing the colour?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yes, because you're going to put hem on this, aren't you?
Yes.
Would you like me to iron it in? Press it in, or you
Yeah,
can do it natural?
I can do it. Shall I?
You do what you like, it's your show.
No, it's not my show.
Jane's got a shop, right, in Eccleshall. Eccleshall, that's right.
That's
isn't it?
right, yeah.
And she got it 5 years ago, so she's celebrating with a bit of a weekend of quilting and everything in a shop. I'm going down on the Sunday to draw the raffle. But the local bank, no, is it the bank or the post office that's putting the quilt in the window?
The library.
Library. The library. I don't know why I thought the bank.
We haven't got a bank anymore.
They're all on the same little street, you see. So the quilt that the winner wins is going in the library. Now, I knew it was the library because earlier you said you were at the library photocopying this. I remember thinking, oh, the quilt's going to the library.
Yeah.
Isn't that lovely? It's like a little town that everybody works with each other, and I think that's lovely.
We're going to have quilts on display in the church for the weekend,
Yes.
but I'm also hoping to ask some of the local businesses if they'll have some of the quilts in their windows.
Oh, that's nice.
We did a block of the month last year, and it was based on teacups and the block was
lovely.
inside the teacup. So there's a couple of cafes, and I was going to ask them if they'd have those ones in
Will
there.
there be lots of cake on this weekend?
Yes, yeah.
And will the cafes do soya milk? So I'll bring my own.
I'm fairly certain they do soya milk. I'm sure that they do because I know that they're quite good with
Difficult people.
Well, I know that they do gluten-free and things like that.
Oh,
so I'm pretty sure
I'm not
they'll
going
be.
to leave, am I?
I'm pretty sure that they do, alternative milk.
Alternative. Other milks are available.
Well, some people can't have soya, can they?
No. I have to say, though, I did go for a while with goat's milk. That's nice. Mm-hmm. And then there was that other one that has no lactose in it, and I was all right with that as well.
Oh, that's good.
Anyway, so you've made two...
I've made two pieces with a hem on one end.
Yes.
And I'm going to put that so that the right side...
So hem facing you, with the hem facing you, on both of them?
On both, and I'm going to layer that up, and it will overlap, because you want it to overlap.
Yeah.
I'm going to pin that.
What time is it? Oh, we're all right. No, it felt like we'd...
We've been here forever.
No, I wasn't saying that.
It must feel like that for you
They're
some
all
days.
saying that about me upstairs.
Oh.
I feel like I've been here forever.
It must feel like that some days when you
Only Timothy, not Hannah.
All that fabric to demonstrate. Hold on, I'm just...
Oh, you made a mistake, sorry.
I'm not just
A
level,
pretty
am I?
face.
Definitely not that.
It wasn't a glare, Timothy.
There we go, making sure I'm just level, that was all.
If you're unsure about just pinning it all in one go, you could have tacked that to that, couldn't you, just to make one piece, so you can use it as one piece of fabric. Oh, but you don't need to leave a bagging out space, do you?
No, that's the beauty of doing an envelope back as well, is you just sew all the way around.
Yeah. Are you no good at doing zips because your background's in quilting and you don't need to do a zip in a quilting?
Yeah, I think that's probably it.
Do you put zips in the frocks that you make?
Yeah, not very well.
Oh, is that why you always wear a cardigan?
Hides it.
Because we didn't learn to do zips at college at all, because we were only making period clothes. We just didn't do zips in anything. So when I went to work in the theatre, I put a zip in this, put a zip in this. And I'm like, that and sleeve heads were my two things that made me come out in a sweat.
I think that's the thing that with sewing is the hardest thing to do, isn't it? Put zips in. Did you hear me just go over that pin?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, naughty.
All the millions at home did as well. That's because I was chatting. That's my fault, everybody.
So I'm just going around it with 1/4 inch.
Yes, change the subject. Taking the pins out before you
Taking the
get
pins
there.
out as I get there.
What do you do at the corner then?
I keep the needle down and
Yeah.
I pivot. So I go...
Oh, you don't go backwards and forwards at the corners?
No, I just go round. I suppose you could if you wanted to, just to reinforce it.
Yes, thank you.
But if you don't make your stitch length too long, I think you're okay, aren't you, really? I don't think it would stretch or break.
No. You could, if you haven't got a walking foot machine, you can do this without a walking foot, couldn't you? But you just have to watch that your fabrics underneath don't ruckle up, really, don't you?
Yeah, I think it's the ordinary foot pushes, doesn't it? So sometimes it can push the fabric. When there's more than 2 layers, it can push the second fabrics apart. So yeah, just take your time, really. And some of them you can change the pressure on your foot, can't you?
Yes,
so you
exactly. Yeah, even with the Elners that don't come with a walking foot, inside here, You can open it. There's a pressure dial there. You can make it heavier or lighter. Jane, who worked for Melon, taught us about that. Jane with the Y, that is. It's not Jane without a Y. Oh, I think all the colours. Hannah's just saying she loves that port colour, but you know, all the colours, that bundle. No wonder it's so. Both of these bundles. No wonder they're so popular.
I wouldn't normally go this fast with a walking foot.
You wouldn't normally go this fast.
No, I tend to go quite slowly with the walking foot.
And why is that?
I just think when you're quilting, you want to be careful anyway. But I don't think the walking feet like going fast. I think
really?
they get a bit upset by it. Not that walking feet have feet, obviously.
No.
Have feelings, but... So I've gone all the way around.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to...
What have you got, scissors?
I'm going to snip the corners off. So just close to the stitching, but not too close, so that there's a bit of a...
Yeah, we're with you.
Can you see that?
Yeah, don't.
Just so it's not too close to the stitching. Oh, doesn't that make a lovely sound?
Ooh.
There we go.
Okay, somebody's just asked about the iron. I'll show you that any second now. We'll just turn this through.
So we pull it through.
Oh, God, like ages. Ages. Don't rush, we've got ages.
Okay.
Have we got another cushion pad? Has Jake got another cushion pad?
You sell cushion pads as well, yeah?
We do on the website. You can go onto the website to buy a cushion pad. Oh, but is this a rectangle or is this a square?
It's a rectangle. It's 14 by 16, I think.
14 by 16, Jay.
So a 16-inch cushion would...
Is that the same shape, 14 by 16?
Sumptuous.
It's the one same as that one, Jay. Look at his face.
Oh, bless him.
Oh, hang on. Who put it in? Oh, that'll do, Jay. Bring yours.
So just poking the corners.
Are you using Derek the Dobber? Oh, no.
I could use Derek the
Do you
Dobber.
want
I'm
to?
using the scissors, which is probably quite naughty, really.
Oh,
because,
were you using scissors?
Yeah. Because you can, if you're not careful, poke through you.
What is it today? You're rebellious.
Must be the
You're
full
still drunk
moon.
from the weekend.
It's
Oh, is there a full
yeah,
moon?
Yeah.
Is there, was it full last night?
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder I couldn't sleep and had weird dreams. I'm not going there. Don't worry. Right, I'm going to go over there.
Just going to... I'll pull this down, the edge of the seams down, and I'll give it a press, and I'll put it in the...
Yes. I'm going to go and do fabrics while you and Jay put a cushion pad in there.
Okay.
All right. And then I'll come back and do the iron. So I'm not leaving you for good. See, we can see you, Jay. We can see you on whichever one of those it was. Right, go in now, Jay. Right, Retro Spice, there's less than 10 of these left now. Less than 10 of these. The one that Jane's just made, this is Retro Spice. You get the ochre, the grenadine, the port and the biscuit. You get the thread and you get the book about mini quilts. Brilliant bundle, £36.45. Fabulous. Then the one that Jane had already made, which is the pink and the blue one, which is called Electric Blue. Oh, I've got ages. We've got the blue linear, the pink, the vanilla, the thread and the book for £36.45. I wish I could, but I won't. I wish I could cut up a... There's stuff in a turkey over there, but the turkey's still alive. The cushion's going everywhere. Right, then they've got two other ones, which I feel have been a little bit left out. Oh, this is the next most popular. Nice. I think this is very relaxing, this one. He said stroking it with his thread. It is like French lavender. You get purple haze. You've got the 2 meters of fabric there. So you get the purple, the mist, the vanilla, and the linear. You get the thread and the book for £36.45. And then last but not least, The vintage. This one's called Vintage, isn't it? It's Vintage Holidays, I think it was called, wasn't it? Graphics coming in. Vintage Summer. I was saying Vintage Holidays, Vintage Summer. So you get the pale coral, the cappuccino, the grey, and the blue. £36.45. Right.
Ta-da!
We love this cushion. This is going in the green room, definitely. Actually, this would look lovely in your downstairs, wouldn't it, Hannah? There, Hannah's downstairs. Oh, do you know what? Downstairs, she's got yellow and orange, and upstairs, she's got pink and grey.
Oh, is that why I got those bundles then?
No, Hannah's nothing to do with the bundles. You can't blame her. They're lovely. They're both gorgeous. That's fabulous. Right. Is there anything that anybody should watch out for? Are there any bits that you might think, oh, that was a bit tricky, or that was a bit...
I think just taking your time with your scallops. Just, you know, drawing around the pattern carefully, sewing around it carefully, snipping it carefully, so that you get them nice and even. I've rushed mine, and some of the waves are a bit angular. But, yeah, take your time.
Don't be so self-critical. Looks lovely. Look at those two together. Aren't they gorgeous? Really, really lovely. Anyway, let's just go through the book very quickly, because if you don't want... You might not want to... You might hate scallops. You might not want a scallop cushion, but you love the colours. There are so many projects in this book. To start with, there's all the techniques and things like that. But then, when we get on to the actual projects...
There's quite a few in there that use 4 colours, so you would be able to...
Yes, exactly,
with the bundle.
Stitch circles. And what was you going to say?
It's a really lovely book for sort of like enhancing your skills. A new skill each time.
Oh,
so, you know,
right. So you kind of grow, the book grows with you. That's brilliant, isn't it? This comes in the kit. You don't have to order this separately. And we're going to try and ask scheduling to get Jane to make this one day, because we love that one. Or that one. We like that one as well. Have you switched me off, Hannah? Yeah, she loves animals at the moment. That's all she was saying. All that wittering was, I love animals. So you get that book in the Mallard. Then also projects. Jane has made that before, but they've made it into a bag in the book. You see what I mean? So you can use quilt pillow. You see what I mean? There's the scallops that we've done, but they've made it into a throw quilt. Right, the iron. Now this is on. I can't touch it now. Let me just... Oh, even if it's switched off. There's the little plug there. You pull that out, you fill it with water. You've got your little windows here to see how much water's there. Steam on, steam off, steam on, steam off. Temperature. You've got the steam holes there, the little red light to tell you when it's ready, and when the light goes off, obviously it's ready. And it's got that lovely weight. It's got that fantastic handle so you can hold onto it. And it's got the extra long lead. So it's just fantastic. £39.95. Right. I'll finish off up here if that's all right. Have we got tomorrow's... Are you in tomorrow?
No.
Can I do what, sorry? Oh, the quilt behind... that was Jane's first hour. Go to the website later on, the instructions. Go to the Learn section and they'll be there. Right now... is it me tomorrow? It's me tomorrow. Don't pretend that. I'm on with who? Oh, lovely man's in tomorrow. Coming up tomorrow... Totes, Tools and Tailoring. She takes no prisoners, Samantha. 8 o'clock is Project Tote. Oh no, that can't be tomorrow. 9 o'clock, John's Pattern Workshop. I haven't prepped it, so that can't be tomorrow. So I don't know what 9 o'clock will be tomorrow. 10 o'clock, Oh So Useful. 11 o'clock, Japanese Garden Collection. Oh, that'll be interesting. I'll go through now and find out about that, but it cannot be tomorrow, so that's not the end of it. When are you in next, then?
Next Monday.
Oh, I'm not. I'm on holiday. I'll be in America. Of course.
Oh, how lovely.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you so much for all your skills again today. She'll be back on next Monday. In the meantime, if you've got any questions to ask, just ring the call centre, 0800 112 44 33. Just go onto the web any time to have a look at... if you look underneath us, until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, you'll see all the items that we have on sale today. You can go through, click and put them in your basket, or you can just ring the call centre. They're there 24 hours a day to answer your calls or your queries. Thanks so much for your company today. I will see you tomorrow morning. I'll see you next month. And thanks for your company. Thank you. See you later. Follow us on Twitter for more inspiration, top tips, news, and share your own creations with us.
Follow us on Pinterest. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to discover sewing work we create and love.
Join us on Facebook. Simply search for the Sewing Quarter and like our page for the latest news and more.
Follow us on Instagram. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to get our latest posts.